I feel like I got a lot of questions.
Oh. What gave you this idea?
Dude, honestly, like, I feel like I find out more and more every day about, like, why I started. I don't know, like, initially I was chilling in Oregon for a little bit, just, like, getting some, like, shit done and, like, out of the way. And then, like, one of the last days I was there, this, like, I was at the laundromat. Mm-hmm. This lady came up to me and was, like, she was, like, in her, like, 30s or some shit. Was just, like, talking to me. And then, you know, like, we, like, sparked up a conversation. And then she was, like, I'm, like, leaving, driving away. And she's, like, as I'm driving away, she's, like, make sure you're, like, a good, like, representation of your generation. And I was, like, all right, like, for sure. Dope. And then, I don't know, dude, I was just, like, that's the thing, like, I bought some of this shit before I even had that conversation with that lady.
Gotcha.
So, like, I don't know, that was the reason. I'm into making kind of like rap videos and like short movies. So I kind of already was like wanting to like upgrade a camera. I already had a microphone.
Oh.
And then when I was gone for like 9 months, I was just thinking about my friend group and I was like, dude, like my friend group, like there's just a lot of dope motherfuckers with like a lot of dope ass stories. And I just feel like nobody's like doing anything right now. So like, let's get back in town and like just start doing like fucking like podcasts and shit. So like, dude, I've just been doing it and I feel like addicted to it and I fucking like love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's really dope.
But yeah, dude, we'll just jump straight into it, guys. This is Lorde Sanctus. Shout out for coming on.
My pleasure.
Dude, are you from like SLO?
I'm from the area. I grew up in SLO. Like, I used to come to church like 5 times a week in SLO.
Church?
Yeah, there used to be this old log cabin off of Broad, like by the airport, and it used to be like a porno theater, and they turned it into, my pastor bought it and turned it into a church, and I like grew up in that church and shit. I used to come here like all the time, but I grew up all over the coast. But yeah, my fondest memories are in SLO for sure. But I went to AG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you religious? Were you?
I was, yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
How'd that go down for you?
I mean, I grew up like that. That's just what I knew, you know what I'm saying? But as I came into my own, I started kind of finding my own beliefs.
And dude, okay, so what is Connect the Coast? What is that?
So Connect the Coast is a media company. This shit's fire. I never had this kind.
Dude, it's fucking fire. It's the best one they've ever made, guaranteed.
He just put me on. Laser just put me on. It's a media company. It's a record label. Eventually, it's an event company, and management. But we just make hip hop shit and document like. We're like the hub for dopeness on the coast. If you want to know what's dope in the 805, go to connectthecoast.co, visit our Instagram, and I post just who's dope, who you should be following, who you should be checking out.
Did you make Connect the Coast? It says you're like CEO or something.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck did that even start?
I run it. When I moved back from LA to here. I moved back like 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And I was learning how to shoot at the time. And I would just go out to all the bars and take pictures of people just to practice. And I needed a place to put them. So as I got better, I made the Instagram, made the logo, and just started uploading content there. And knowing that all along I wanted to make it a label, but I had to find the artist first. So at first I just posted pictures from events, and we threw parties and shit like that. And that's kind of where it started.
Have you been rapping this whole time?
Yeah, I've been rapping my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, I remember before I even heard of you. One of my friends has made a couple references to Connect the Coast, and it sounds like it's like a team, and you guys come and film people, and you guys edit videos and shit.
Oh, I know. So it is a team in the sense that there's about 7 or 8 artists signed to Connect the Coast.
Okay.
But as far as like I do everything, I do all the graphics, I shoot everything, I edit everything, and then like sometimes we'll outsource. So like I hire local directors to shoot music videos as well. And my artists they hire as directors as well. But yeah, it's pretty much as far as like operations, it's just me.
What is like Saucepot or whatever?
So Saucepot is a studio in SLO off of Tank Farm.
Mm-hmm.
And the band, oh my God, Word Sauce owns that studio.
Do you have any affiliations with them?
Nah, they're just the homies.
Okay, so you've been in there before?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, have you recorded in there?
Yeah, I recorded St. Elsewhere in there.
And then how many, because you're on like Spotify and shit, right?
Mm-hmm. Apple Music, all that shit, yeah.
How many, like, how long have you been putting music up on those platforms?
Since they've existed.
So like over a decade, or?
Yeah, for sure.
No fucking way, bro.
Yeah, like for sure. Yeah, since I remember, because I was putting out music before Apple Music existed, and I was one of the first artists in America that Spotify ever fucked with. So.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I remember I did a showcase in South by Southwest, maybe like 2014 or some shit like that, 2013, and it might have been earlier than that, honestly, because I just know Spotify wasn't in America yet, and they had their UK representative at our showcase, and she was kind of like, it had to be 2014 because that's when I dropped the WoW album, and she liked what we did so much that she gave us a $10,000 budget and threw us a show in LA, and like all these celebrities came to the show, and it was super fucking dope. It was like a private show. It was crazy, and like, yeah, it was lit.
How young was the girl?
She was like an executive. She was in her 40s. Like, she was a lady, like a lady.
So she was on she was working for Spotify?
She worked for Spotify, and I think they sent her over here to scout for property to start their LA offices.
In San Luis Obispo?
No, in LA, when I lived in LA.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
my bad.
Yeah,
so you're in LA,
yeah,
okay.
At the time, yeah.
And how the fuck did she even find you?
She was at South by Southwest just going through showcases, and she saw my showcase. And at my showcase, like, for some reason, Jay Electronica was just chilling. And so people just were like gravitating at that showcase, and I happened to be on stage at the right time. So when I got off stage, Jay Electronica like walked up to me and was like, "Yo, that's lit, like you killed it." And then everybody talked to me at that moment, and she was like one of the people that talked to me after that.
Jay Electronica, that sounds familiar.
He signed to Jay-Z.
Oh, okay.
He's like one of the dopest rappers alive, for sure.
And he was rapping, and then you were like opening for him?
No, I think he was just looking at other new rappers showcase, and he just happened to be. Maybe he knew somebody that was performing in the showcase. I don't know, but he was in the audience watching, and he was rocking with what I was doing. So, yeah.
What is a showcase? Like, what even is a showcase?
So, a showcase in general is when somebody who can invest in your music, whether it's a record label or a brand, sets up a party, and you and a bunch of other people that they're interested in perform, and then they invite a bunch of business people, and afterwards, if you're dope, then you'll get offers, and if you're not, then you don't, pretty much. And at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas, it's like this huge festival every year. It's really dope. And like all the new artists with buzz on the internet at the time were invited to this shit. And the whole city is just like, everything in the city is turned into a venue. Like the fucking liquor stores, and just everything's turned into a venue. Just imagine like downtown SLO, but every restaurant was a venue, and it had a concert in it.
That's
you know
fucking sick.
Like, you could go see A$AP Rocky in one place, and you can go see fucking Mac DeMarco in another place, and it's just like, it's crazy. And it was one of those things.
That's funny, bro. Dude, I feel like those two people you named, like, your, like, vibe kind of, like, reminds me of that shit. Like, dude, you have some fucking swag on
Thank
right
you,
now,
man.
bro.
I appreciate that.
That's, like, some cheetah print, or...
Yeah, little leopard print.
And those are, like, all leather pants.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, with the zippers on them. With the
Damn,
Michael Jackson
bro.
zippers.
That's
Michael
fucking
Jackson
sick,
zippers.
bro.
I had to do it. I had the big drip. I had to get them with the big drip.
Dude, the neon beanie's fucking fresh. Positive vibes.
Thank you. Local company out of Ventura.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Check them out, positivevibes.com.
So, when the lady gave you a $10,000 budget, how'd that even go down? Like, she gave you cash or just, like, a debit card? Or, like, hey,
I was
like...
on a label at the time.
Okay.
So she gave it to them. They handled it.
Was it the label you were signed to? Was it like their idea to do whatever they want with the money, or was it your idea to make it happen?
It was supposed to be my idea. It ended up being their idea.
And they probably just started doing like stupid shit or something.
Super stupid shit.
Like what?
I mean, honestly, like, they just fucked off the whole deal, to be real, because she like approached me
Personally.
and yeah, like she was fucking with me, so she was kind of my contact, and me not having the experience and just believing that, you know, your managers know best and knowing that the people around you know best, I just kind of handed the contact off thinking that they wouldn't fumble the ball.
Yeah.
And like I remember because we were at it was the South by Southwest when Watch the Throne, Jay-Z and Kanye performed, and like we were like up in like the box or whatever with the Spotify lady, and she was like, how are you? I've never heard of you guys. How are you guys moving like this? You're up here with all these people and this and that. And she was like, I like you guys. Let's go. This is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so I had been talking to her. Then I handed her off to my manager. Come to find out, the label owner, she said, like, you know, we want to throw a show with like a $10,000 budget, and you know, you guys can pick the venue and get your celebrity friends there. Blah 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 blah. And come to find out, I think the label owner. This is what I was told. It was like $10,000. What am I supposed to do with that? Like, because he's rich.
Yeah.
So he's like, can you give us like 20? Can you give us like 25? And she was really offended by that, apparently, because it's like we were, even though he was rich, we're not a famous band. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like we were buzzing all over the world or anything like that. It's just like we had a cool kind of vibe, so people were fucking with us. We had a little underground buzz. That's all it was. So and I was also told her response was like, nobody's really offering you guys any money at all, so you should be cool with this 10 grand, you know what I'm saying? And like, and I think there was a little back and forth, and so like literally after the show, they never returned calls, they never, you know what I'm saying, like that contact was just fucked off after that show. Whoa.
Good job. Wait, so you guys were able to use the 10 grand and do a show, or you're saying that never happened?
No, it happened.
Okay,
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, that's what it was for. The 10K was for, we had a $10,000 show budget to put on a show for catering, for the venue, for security, for sound, lighting, all that shit.
Can you do a lot with 10K?
If you have some good relationships, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have good relationships?
My label owner had the best relationships, yeah.
What was the label called when you were down there?
Purple House Records.
Purple House Records. Mm-hmm. Is it still alive or not?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They just put out a record with Chino XL, who's like a big underground rapper, battle rapper. It's like an old school battle rapper.
So are you still like signed to that label?
Mm-hmm.
You're done with that label, but you're still homies with them. It ended bad?
Yeah, it ended bad.
After the 10K show, or it kept going for a while?
It kept going for a while after that, but we actually did we headlined the Viper Room on Sunset in LA in Hollywood. It was like sold out, and I'm not even trying to guess what happened, but the vibe changed after that show, and I started getting more calls to like trying to control what I was wearing, like just weird shit.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
That's not even fun
and it's
anymore.
like, bro, you know, nobody tells me what the fuck to wear. Like, what are you doing? Like, it just got weird. So, and then I was signed with for like 3 years, and then after the end, you know, they had an option to re-up, and they just hit me and were like, we don't want to re-up the option. We had already recorded an album though, and a new album that we were working on, and he was talking about putting out, and so I was like, cool, like if you don't want to re-up, you don't want to re-up, that's business, cool.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need those records back. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you didn't pay me for them, and I produced half of them, and like, so I'm gonna need those. You know what I'm saying? And like, it just got ugly after that.
They said no.
They tried to threaten me to sue me and shit like that. And,
damn. Are labels messy? It seems like everyone's always like, don't do a label.
They can be. It's just It's just nobody really ever knows.
Yeah.
As much as they pretend to know. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, that's usually what it comes down to.
Is there ever like have you lost money from doing the label game or?
Yeah, I mean, my first deal was kind of fucked up because the song was pretty big, and it was like right when iTunes started popping. So it was called She Wants to Get It. I want to say it was like 2008. And it was like on Wild 106 played it all the time.
What?
Power 106 in LA played it all the time.
Power 106 is fucking sick.
And it's a huge station.
That shit's sick.
And they played it like to the point where like I had my own drop. Like back in the day, my name was KO the Legend.
KO the Legend?
Yeah. And so I was like, yo, what's up? This is KO the Legend. You listen to She Wants to Get It on Power 106. And they would play the drop. And they would play my song. And like it was going crazy.
Yeah.
But at the time, I didn't control my back end, so I didn't know who uploaded the song, and I never got a penny from that song. But I produced it, I wrote it, and everything, but I never made a penny from that song. So in that sense, yeah, I lost some money, but I don't know how much it made, but I know it made a lot of money for sure.
Like tens of thousands?
I think for sure, yeah.
What the fuck?
Sure, yeah.
And okay, how did it go from your hands to whatever you recorded it on to fucking Power 106?
So that process was, as far as I know, I just made the song, I record it, and then after we get the mix and master back, it goes to the label, and then the label talks to record promoters, and the record promoters talk to the radio stations and program directors, and then the program director decides whether or not you're going to be on the station. But a lot of times you have to go on these radio runs. It's so crazy. Like, radio's crazy because you have to, like, go kiss the ring, basically. Like, and the only way you can kiss the ring is if you hire these people to take you around to do that. And only those people can get you in the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so it's a real weird game. But, like, yeah, I went up and down California to every radio station, met every DJ, and went to the clubs with them, bought them drinks, took them to dinner, like, and now all that comes out of your budget, you know what I'm saying? And like, you got to do these things, so that's just part of the game.
How does that even go down? Like and this is the Purple Records, is that what it's called?
This was Heavy Concepts. This was 2008 was Heavy Concepts. That was my first record deal.
How many record deals have you had?
Three.
Heavy Concepts,
Purple House, and then Breathtaker was a label that I wasn't signed to, but I managed. But I like managed the whole label, and we spent a lot of money on that project, and we got music in like Despicable Me 2 and shit like that. It's a record I produced and wrote.
Your music's in Despicable Me 2?
Yeah.
Okay, I've never seen that movie, but I know what that movie's like. I know
it won an Oscar.
Yeah. So wait, in like the credits, is your name in the fucking credits?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, and I'm the only other rapper besides Pharrell that did any music for that movie. Because Pharrell did all the music for that movie.
Pharrell Williams? Mm-hmm. Why you? Like, they play rap in that Child's Children?
It's not a rap, it's a pop song that I wrote and I produced.
Do you sing?
No,
okay.
I wrote it for a different artist.
Got it.
Yeah, that was signed to that Breathtaker label.
That's funny, Dude, so your entire life is just built on all these connections.
I mean, kind of. I mean, it's all built on music, but music has kind of helped those connections gravitate towards me. Yeah.
How did you even know to just get in a car with somebody, drive around to all these DJs in LA, get them in your car, and go take them out to dinner and drinks? Like,
that's
how do
what
you
I'm saying.
know?
So the label, the record, those people are called record promoters.
Okay.
And so think of them like they're kind of like pimps for the radio station,
Okay.
honestly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so the label will be like, we got this record, we think it's dope.
Yeah.
The promoter will listen to it and say, okay, give me $10K and we can get you into 15 stations. And then then they use that $10K to, you know, pay for hotels and overnights and dinners and bottle service at clubs and all this shit. And when you go to the station, you play the record, you shake hands, you kiss babies, and basically the music director tells you, I like this record, it'll work for us, we'll try it out here, or I don't like that record. And like, it's a simple process, but it can only be done by these radio promoters. Like, there's just no other way. That's just how the industry works.
How do you become a radio promoter?
That's a question for the ages. I don't even know, honestly.
That sounds like a crazy job.
Yeah.
Like, people are coming to you, giving you all this shit, giving you money, and they're like, at the end of the day, do they even like your music, or is it how much can you buy them? Right? Damn, okay. So it's kind of...
So why do you think radio sounds the way it does?
I actually, dude, I don't fucking like the radio.
And that's why.
Because they don't cuss in it, bro.
And they don't play. They're not playing the dopest shit. Like we can wake up, hear the new, like whatever, the new Drake, right?
Yeah.
It'll take 2 weeks for the radio to start playing that shit. That's crazy. Like,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like, by that time, I don't want to hear the shit no more. I burnt it out.
Yeah. Bro, do you know who Shoreline Mafia is?
Absolutely.
Okay, why are they not on the radio? They have such good shit, dude.
I mean, they don't make radio edits, so that's kind of on them. But
they shouldn't.
I think. I mean, if that's just the only way to be on the radio, they are on satellite radio though.
Okay.
And you don't edit satellite radio. That's uncensored. So like Sirius XM, and they play them all the time.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, that's good then.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. But like the Power 106 and
that's like
106.1,
like Power 106 will play them, and the Bay Area radio stations will play them, and that's probably about it. And then like throughout the country, like in the South and the Midwest, there are actually like Power 106 isn't technically a rap station. The only rap station in California technically is in the Bay, KMEL 106.
Okay.
That is a designated rap station. Power 106 is technically a rhythmic station, which is like a black pop station. That's what that rhythmic means. And like, so all the real rap stations are in the South and in the Midwest. So they'll play Shoreline Mafia and
They
shit
will?
like that, yeah.
Okay.
And those are like when you'll hear like Shorty Shorty and fucking Rondo Quando and Quando Rondo and fucking King. You'll hear that shit on those stations, like for sure.
But like over here, it's they don't want to hear like curse words and like profanity.
Well, no, it's still radio edited. That's FCC is it's a regulatory board. It's a government regulatory board, and it's against FCC regulations to cuss. But they're laxing those rules. That's why you hear shit on TV now. Like I don't know. Like when I was growing up, you would never hear the word shit on TV ever. Now every show says it. Like so, and that's controlled by the FCC. So they're loosening those regulations for sure. It's just gonna take a lot of fucking time.
Yeah, it's kind of like what role do we live in where you can't use certain words on the radio?
Right.
That's kind of crazy. Dude.
But the funniest thing about that shit is the people who put those laws in place are the ones who will say they love free speech the most, which is the weirdest shit in the world.
That's fucked up. That's super ironic. So, damn, dude. So it really is true when people say that music is like 90% industry and like 10% like music talent.
Yeah, facts. That's a true equation.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean that's like a big part. I think that's what I learned being inside. You know what I'm saying? Like all of my musical goals, besides I didn't become a superstar, that was a goal, but it didn't happen. But I met everybody I wanted to meet. Like I got the approval of everybody I wanted the approval from. I did records with Method Man and Mobb Deep and the people that I loved growing up, and like I battled KRS-One and like fucking I did all the shit. Like I partied in the hills and toured the world and did all that shit. So now, like I've told other interviews, my big regret during that time was when I would check back in with the 805 during those times, I didn't get no love out here really, and it really made me bitter and upset. And so instead of me being like analyzing the situation like I do now and trying to figure out why am I not getting love, and then I'll figure out the solution. Back then I was just like, fuck them. You know, I just got super bitter and I just detached myself from this area. And so as things started to grow and expand here, I lost touch with an audience that actually were probably my core audience and my core fans, because I'm from here. And like I just as like a OG, a old head, I never like took the time to reach down and like help younger people and be like, yo, this is what you need to do if you want to get your music to this level. You know what I'm saying? And so now Connect the Coast is like kind of my penance where I'm doing that now. You know what I'm saying? Like all the people under my wing are much younger than me, and like there are people that I think can compete in the market, and I'm just trying to like, I don't have the money to pay them $100,000 advance up front. So what I can do for you is make sure you don't pay for studio time, you don't pay for music videos if you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? And I show you how to make quality records, and I'm gonna give you the game that I have, and then all of my connections come to you as well. Like for instance, there's a comedian from Oxnard who like, he's a pretty big comedian. He tours with everybody and shit, and like his whole thing is like making music parodies, and he raps and sings and shit like that. He makes beats and shit like that, and he has a song called 805 that went viral, that was on the radio and all that shit, and he wanted to do a remix with real local rappers. And since he loves Connect the Coast, he reached out to Connect the Coast and was like, what local rappers should I choose? And you know I picked Connect the Coast rappers, you know what I'm saying? So things like that, when people want music for film and television and video games and they call me for that, of course I'm diving into Connect the Coast rappers first, because so those are the benefits of being aligned with me as an artist for now. And then when the money comes, it'll be the money too, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, bro. How many interviews have you done?
Hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah, for sure.
Damn,
sure.
bro.
My lifetime, yeah, easy, yeah.
Who interviews you? Like,
I mean, just from people like yourself to I've been on Sway in the Morning twice.
You've been on Sway in the Morning?
Yeah.
Those guys are sick.
Yeah,
right?
That's like one of my favorite shows. Hip Hop DX, a bunch of shit, bro. Like, a bunch of shit. Magazines, all kinds of shit. I just did an interview on Sunday with Underground Magazine.
Underground Magazine.
In Ventura.
Damn, dude. So how do they like know to hit you up? So you're like a famous person.
No, not even close.
Okay.
I just I'm just in the streets, man. I'm outside. I'm way outside. That's all it is.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
When you go out in public and shit, do people are like, yo, like, I know that guy?
Sometimes, yeah.
They come up to you and they're like, what up, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. How have those interviews gone? Like, what do they ask you? Probably the same shit I'm asking you, huh?
No, honestly, like, I think it's dope that, like, because they're industry interviews, so they know the answers to the questions you're asking. You're the first person to ask me this question, so that's what makes it more interesting. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
okay.
Which is, I like that. That's dope. So, but they're just, you know, when did you start rapping? Fucking
basic shit.
Who's your favorite rapper? Fucking what are you working on now? You know, yeah, the basic shit.
Okay.
Basic shit.
So you said you rapped with like Method Man and fucking
Mobb Deep, Prodigy from
Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
Okay, like how did that go down? Like where did you meet them and how did you even like? So you hung out with them?
Yeah. So the deal that went bad, that project was called The Wow, and the album came out in 2014. It was called Legendary, and like Vibe magazine is an older magazine, but it was a huge magazine. and they said it was like the most slept on album of the year, and we did a bunch of press that year. And the whole concept of the project was to make like a traditional 90s album, like with traditional hip hop beats, but all the videos would be shot by my partner. His name is Balthazar Getty, so his family like owned the Getty Museum and Getty Images and all that shit. And so once I found that out, because we had worked together for a long time and I had no idea about that, and so once I found that out, I kind of threw the idea at him to do a grimy ass album with grimy music, but the visuals be very beautiful and visualized by people from the museum. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the people that have work in the museum did work on the visuals for the album, and we just did a lot of cool shit. We shot a 3D music video and got to premiere it in the movie theater with 3D glasses, and it was hard as fuck. Like, super dope. It's on YouTube still, and like, shit's dope. Like, we did a bunch of really cool shit. Like, performed at the Super Bowl in Arizona. Like,
you performed at a Super Bowl?
Not on the field, but it was at a Super. Like, they flew us out there, and it was at a Super. It was like at Jamie Foxx's official Super Bowl party in Arizona for the Super Bowl. It was dope.
Gee, you traveled all around the roads?
All around the world.
Like touring and rapping and shit? Mm-hmm. No way, bro.
Yeah.
How did that go down?
Crazy.
What was where's your favorite place to like be and live? Like, where's your home? Like, where do you feel like home?
Here in LA, for sure. Like 805 in LA. Can I smoke weed in here? Yeah, 805 is my home. And then LA is my home. I lived in LA. Before I came here, I lived in LA for like 17 years.
Were you born in LA or 805?
I was born in Colorado.
Colorado?
And I was raised out here on the coast.
Are you like married at all? Are you like a family man?
Damn near. I mean, I've been with my lady forever, for like going on 70. Don't be mad, baby. Like going on like 7 years, I think. Yeah.
That's funny. Does she have like any affiliation in like what you're doing?
Yeah. She's a YouTuber now, but we met. I used to manage her.
So to manage her?
Yeah, she was a singer, and I used to manage her. And I like the second I saw her, I was like, that's mine right there.
Really?
Yeah.
So she's younger than you if you're managing her?
Yeah. Okay. She's younger than me. Yeah. But I wrote her first single, and the first song I wrote was about her, you know what I'm saying? And like I'm featured on the song, and like we have a music video together. It's kind of cool because it's like documented that the time we met, because you know, it was her first single, so it was dope.
What do you think's like dope about her? Like, why, like, you saw her and you were like, okay, like I want to be with this person?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I thought that much. I feel like I just know I like,
you were attracted.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, I definitely like, it was a different kind of attraction. It wasn't just like, oh, I gotta fuck right now. It wasn't that kind of shit. It was the for real movie shit, like the slow-mo, the fucking lights, all that shit, the hearts and the eyes, and fucking the masked Jim Carrey type shit, you know?
Who's paying for you to go on tour when you were going on tour?
The label pays the upfront costs, and then they recruit from the promoter is paying the label. So like when I went on tour in Australia with Kid Cudi, like fucking the promoter, after they recoup their ticket sales, pays the label, but the label pays the upfront cost to get you out there and shit like that.
Were you making money from the label? Were they like giving you like a salary? Was it good money?
No.
It was more to have fun and fucking make music.
I mean, it was to live, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could pay bills and shit and didn't have to work or nothing like that, but it wasn't like, I definitely wasn't copping chains and popping bottles and shit like that, but I lived comfortably and I did not have to work. Like, and I got to rap and smoke weed every day, all day. It was the dopest shit in the world.
Like, are you opening on these tours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Some of them. Actually, all of them. Yeah. Like, I went on tour with Waka.
Waka Flocka.
Yeah, in like 2015, and we opened for him. Yeah, and then Kid Cudi was 2012. Yeah, every tour is open. I never headlined a tour.
Are they Are you hanging out with them, or is it like different buses, different airplanes?
Different, yeah. Like,
Okay.
Kid Cudi, he wouldn't even let you, like, when he came in the venue, everybody had to clear backstage. Like, he didn't want to be looked at for some, I don't know, it was weird. But, yeah, like, you have to just clear the backstage area when Kid Cudi was coming through and he was a headliner. But, like, Tech Nine, because that tour in Australia was, like, Kid Cudi, Tech Nine, D12, Obi Trice, Chameleonaire, I want to say Bone Thugs and Harmony, on all the Tech Nine's people, so like Chris Calico and all those guys, and like, and then like we'd run into different people too, like Immortal Technique was on tour out there, and like Kanye was on tour out there, so like we just run into different people and shit. But on that tour, it was just a bunch of fucking people on that tour, and so fucking yeah, it was crazy. It was nuts. But like certain people were cool and certain people were not. Tech was super fucking cool.
I feel like he'd be down with the homies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He was dope.
Damn. So all these famous people you're going on tour with that are like rich millionaire people, they must be like pretty douchey. Or
Nah. No. I think that the only real douchey people I've run into are like people that have kind of always been rich. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even gonna say rich because there's people that have always been rich that are cool. Just privileged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just never really had to like fend for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's very few of those. Most people I've met have been cool. I think that like people have a misconception about Hollywood as being fake, and I think it's one of the realest places. People say Hollywood's fake because someone will tell you like, "Hey, I'm gonna call you," and like you won't hear from them for weeks, and like that to me is just like some ancillary, like arbitrary shit. Like, but the realest shit about LA is like, if you don't have nothing going on, nobody is gonna fuck with you, and everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? That's like the realest shit. And so as long as you understand that, you can't be mad. You're not mad at the formula, and you don't look at people as fake. You just know like they have an agenda. They're trying to get popping. You're trying to get popping, and they want to be around popping people. That's just really what it comes down to. That's some real ass shit. Most people in the 805 are like that. They just act like they're not like that, and that makes them feel like good people. You know what I'm saying? But I know people that weren't fucking with Connect the Coast at all in the beginning and now are fucking with Connect the Coast because it's popping. You know what I'm saying? And like they do that shit all under the guise of like, oh, I've known you forever or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I don't knock those people at all. That's fine. But it's no different. It's just LA. They're not going to play that game with you about like pretending like they care about you. Like there's none of that. It's just if you're popping, we fuck with you. If you're not, we don't. And that's some shit I understand.
What's it like when that happens here? Like what situations come up into mind where you're like, oh, like this person's like not chill, or like just trying to kind of ride a little cloud and like kind of like click it with Connect the Coast. You know what I mean?
Now more, yeah, like these days people, the situations are, if they don't get what they want out of Connect the Coast, they get upset. You know, that's the thing now. So as someone will just DM me a video and be like, post this, and if I'll be like, I don't like that shit, I want to post it, but I'll post it for $50 or something like that, then I'll be like, you guys are trash anyways, and fuck you guys, and I never liked your site, and it's like, then why'd you send me the video, bro? Like,
people send you videos and say post it.
Yeah.
Why?
But they want to, just because like I said, my platform is where you come to see who's dope. You know what I'm saying? So like people know that if I post you, you're probably dope. You know what I'm saying? And they want to be dope. But like if I don't like your music, I tell you straight up. And like so people get mad and I'm like, that's not really for me. And
so you'll listen to the
for clip. Sure. I listen to everything. Absolutely. I give it a shot. It's just if I don't like it, I'm gonna tell you I don't like it, or I'm just not gonna hit you back. If I don't hit you back, I don't like it. So
yeah. Damn, but that, I feel like that's so weird. Like, hey, post this video. I feel like that's kind of like rude.
I don't mind them reaching out but the way in which they do it is rude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't say like, "Hey, I'm so and so. This is the project I'm working on." They don't. It's just, "Hey, post this." That's it. And it's like, no.
Yeah, you gotta like it. Damn, bro, I feel all special because you shouted me out a couple times.
Yeah.
Damn,
Like I said,
bro.
I'm literally scouring the internet in the 805 specifically for dope content at all times. So if it's dope, it's gonna come across my field of view for sure.
Is that so? Are you the only person that because your Instagram, there's a lot of shit going on in it. Is that all you, or is that someone else?
No,
that's all you.
Yeah.
So you're just like reposting and like tagging people and shit like all day.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
While I do studio sessions and while I do everything else I'm doing, yes.
How do you find these? Cause I'll watch some of your shit and I'm like, where the fuck did you find this person?
Hashtags, bro.
Really?
I literally follow the hashtag of every city in the 805. So, like, and then people I know, I'll see their feed. They'll post their homie. You know what I'm saying? People whose taste I trust. Like, just, yeah. Like, I'm just constantly watching. That's it. I'm nosy.
You're saying I popped up in your feed? How?
That's what I was saying. I don't know. I don't remember how, but I just remember seeing. I liked the blue that stood out.
The blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then just like it just felt like a chill vibe, you know what
Damn,
I'm saying?
bro,
So,
let's fucking go, dude. Let's fucking go.
And like I wanted to be the first platform that like there have been platforms before me that promote local hip hop.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're just in such a like, to me, there's no difference between content. Content is content, whether it's music or video or whatever. So I wanted to showcase, makeup artists and like content that women would be into and content that, you know what I'm saying? If you're a content creator and I know you fuck with hip hop and I know you're an ally, like, and you're into youth culture and subcultures, like, you're probably gonna fuck with Connect the Coast. And if you're a square, you're not. That's what it's gonna be. That's what it comes down to.
Do you edit? So you were saying you edit your own videos? Okay, so funny story. Okay, so when I got back from Oregon, it was like the first month I was back or something. I was with my homie Lucas that I asked you about.
Okay.
We were in Grover, you know, the Mentone basketball court? Yeah. So we were balling there, and then they somehow they were like, yo, like, check this out. This dude was a senior when I was a freshman. So I think you were a senior when my homie Lucas was a freshman at AG.
That might be why I don't know.
Okay. And then they showed me the Helium music video and I was like, fuck, dude, that's fucking wet, bro.
That's crazy.
That shit, no, dude, I was like, bro, like, you guys were in the fucking like sand dunes and shit, and like the video's like glitching and like like a body's up here, then down low, then like up top, then like all the way down again. If you made all that shit, dude, that's dope.
I didn't make that video. Actually, so my best friend shot that video for me. He went to AG too, and now he's like super famous actor. Like he's actually the lead actor in the next 2 Crazy Rich Asian films. He's gonna be the main actor in both of those films, part 2 and part 3. But like, and he's just like in a bunch of shit. He was in Glee and he's in a bunch of shit. His name's Harry Shum Jr. But we were in dance company together in AG and we've always been homies ever since. And like when I was in that project, he heard that song and was like, yo, I want to shoot a video for you. And he did it before he went off to shoot the first Crazy Rich Asians.
How many albums do you have?
4 albums, but like so many songs. Just insane amounts of songs. Like a lot of times if a movie studio hits you up, or if like my agent hits me up like to get songs in TV and film, those are just like one-offs, so they're not part of anything. So I have a lot of songs like that. I have a lot of features, but as far as just my albums, I think I have four albums.
Is there a time period in which they all dropped? Wait, like was one in the beginning like 2008?
Nah, they're all. Well, there is a time period. That time period is a transition. Like in each transitional period of my life, for some reason, an album has come out.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, that's kind of deep.
Yeah. For sure. So the sound on every album is like way different. The subject matter on every album is way fucking different. Like because that's why.
When was the most recent drop of an album?
2019 or 20. God of the Coast is my most recent album. I just don't remember if it's 2019 or 2020 in April.
Okay.
That's some of my dopest work to date, I think.
So kind of recently.
Yeah, fairly recently. And I just dropped a video 2 weeks ago called Better Than This that I shot in Lompoc.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do.
What's it called?
Lorde Sanctus.
Lorde Sanctus.
And Connect the Coast. And follow Connect the Coast though, for real. Subscribe to that one because I have a pirate radio station called CTC Radio, and I just randomly every day at some period will go live for a couple hours on YouTube and just play all the dopest local rap videos, rap and R&B videos on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at the same time.
At the same time?
At the same time, yeah. And then every Friday night at 9 p.m. on Instagram Live, there's a top 10 countdown. So we have our own little TRL, but it's a Connect the Coast Radio Top 10 weekly countdown. I count down the top 10 hip-hop and R&B music videos on Instagram Live every Friday night, and you can vote throughout the week, Monday through Friday, at connectthecoast.co for your favorite music video on there.
Wow. You have your own website?
Well, I have my own website. I got my own radio station. I got my own, we ready out here. Connectthecoast.co.
Connectthecoast.co.com.
Just .co.
.co. What's CO mean?
I have no idea. But just, that was the only Connect the Coast available. Connectthecoast.com wasn't available for some reason. So
there's already another one?
I guess so.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you keep up with that demand of putting you're having to watch all these music videos and make sure all these people are from the 805, right? Mm-hmm. And then you're just plugging them into the connectthecoast.co website, and then you're making them votable.
Uh-huh.
That takes a lot of that's coding and making clickable icons.
Well, there's that, but it's mainly just widgets now. I've been doing it since the time of coding, but now all these websites like Wix and Squarespace and all these things, they make it so easy to customize your website that I have to keep up with a lot of things, but I don't have to do much to maintain the website.
Okay, for sure. Do you have a website admin or?
No, it's just me.
All you.
It's just all me. Yeah.
How do you have all this time?
Well, I have 3 phones, so I do a lot of things on the go, and I have 3 phones, 2 iPads. I'm out here in these streets, so I'm moving around. You'll always see me on my phone doing, and that's what I'm doing. I'm running my shit. But I'm not just doing that. I'm usually running the online stuff while I'm recording Central Coast Gia's album or writing for myself or Shorty Doo-Wop or D Banks or Jay Riley or whoever. So.
Do you write songs for people? Ghostwriting? Lyrics, choruses and shit?
Yeah.
Do people fuck with that?
No, not everyone.
Not everyone?
I would never let no one write for me, so I kind of get it, you know what I'm saying? But I commend people who let me write for them because I feel like they know that that's what's needed, and it usually works, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm cool with it. I just would never, I don't judge it, I just would never do it myself. Yeah.
Because, if you're going to do the song, I feel like that shit's going to be you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you a musician too?
No, I have raps.
Okay.
I'm on one song.
Okay.
But it's nothing fucking crazy. I'll just be driving and I'll just be listening to my own music on my playlist on Spotify and shit. And I'll just hear a beat and I'll be fucking caffeinated on some coffee or some shit. And I'm dude, here's my fucking verse, and I'll just play with I definitely don't have a good voice, but I'll just play with my own personal stories and words inside my head and that's be dope. Okay, maybe one day I'll fucking write it down. Or
what kind of shit do you listen to on your playlist?
Dude, just honestly a fuck ton of rap.
Dope.
Just
who?
Dude, honestly, like for sure, Shoreline Mafia. Do you know Draco the Ruler?
Yeah.
Dude, Draco the Ruler is fucking lit.
Yeah.
Do you know Rob Stone?
Yeah. Yo, fucking. I got to fucking see his first major live performance. I think it's on my Instagram when he had the Kill Bill shit, and it was like this MTV show. I forget what it was called. It's like Wonderland or some shit like that. And yo, he came out with the energy. It was like in the warehouse district in LA, and like you had to do these weird shits to get tickets. But when you got in, it was like food carts everywhere, food trucks, and like all these dope art installations and virtual reality shit. And they would just have these wild ass underground rappers perform. And Rob Stone, like Kill Bill was just popping off, and he came and he killed. Like that energy is like, that's one of my favorite memories, honestly, is when that song was popping, because that time was like, that was just like some new shit happening on the internet. It was dope. That was a dope time.
Dude, no, Rob Stone's honestly like so slept on for like he has like a couple million like monthly listeners or whatever, but like I still feel like he's like so slept on, and like
he's dope, and he's from San Diego, right?
Dude, he reps Lemon Grove.
That's
bro.
crazy. Like
Yeah.
it ain't been no one popping from San Diego since J.O. Felony, really.
Yeah. No, dude, Rob Stone's fucking, I feel like he kills it. It's its own vibe, own type of music.
But I do, if you like Shoreline Mafia, I will say like that gang shit, I don't speak on it. I don't know a lot about it, but I do know that like that gangster rap shit from San Diego right now is different. Like they're probably gonna be the next place that people listen to shit like that from. Like,
you think so?
Yeah, like it's a lot of people I keep hearing about from out there that like, honestly, I'll be lying if I say I remember their names, but it's always like, oh, they from San Diego, they from down there. So there's a scene going on down there.
For real, dude. There's I heard do you know what's that one dude? He has a podcast. It's No Jumper. That one dude, Adam.
22.
Yeah. He, the way he said it, because it like he's had like Shoreline and Draco come on and shit, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch those ones. The way he described it, he was like, it's probably like last year or some shit, like year and a half ago, but he was like, the way he described it, he was like, yeah, like they're like these new sounds from like Draco, Shoreline, like fucking like OGZ's voice and shit, like he was like, yeah, like LA has kind of like a new thing going on, and it sounds fucking sick, dude, because I've never heard anybody ever rap like Draco the Ruler.
Yeah, nah, he's cocky as fuck too.
Yeah, bro.
And that whole like it is like, I mean, I feel like, you know, I put Sada Baby in that lane. Like the beats aren't the same, but the off cadence is kind of similar. Like just the gangster rap in general, but is in a new thing though, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, it's a whole new generation. That's just what it is.
What do you listen to, or who are you listening to?
Shit. Right now, at this very moment, I'm listening to Scary Hours too.
Drake.
Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah, yo, like he makes me sick, man. Like it's crazy. Like he just keeps coming up with different flows, and they're dope to me. Like I fuck with him. That shit's hard. But I'm also listening to Tierra Whack, D Banks, Shorty Doo Wop for sure. I've been working on Central Coast Gia's album like for the last 3 or 4 months, and it's really dope. Like, so I just listen to her shit all the time. Like, I'm really excited about it. And she's like the first female rapper from SLO, but her shit's fire. Like, I'm excited about it.
Are you the biggest platform on the Central Coast in terms of...
I like to think so, but I don't know if that's like numbers wise, probably not, but like impact wise, fuck yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like just because I feel like people see me everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I really make it a point to pop up places. Whereas, like, but I think there's platforms with bigger numbers than mine.
On the Central Coast?
I think so. Rico and Mambo.
Who's that?
They have a radio morning show. I don't remember what radio station it's on, but they're huge. Like they're big deals. Like celebrities go sit down with them all the time.
In SLO County?
Ventura County. I'd see 805 to me is 805.
Okay,
in SLO County, I don't even think I'm the biggest in SLO County though. Like, and it depends on what platform you're talking about. On Instagram, maybe. But like on YouTube, no. You know what I'm saying? Like Lifty's is Santa Barbara County too. I don't know. I don't know if I'm the biggest. I have no idea. I don't know. But I don't think there are many more platforms with more impact than me. That I feel comfortable saying.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard those words like connect the coast come out like of a couple people's mouths. Like in my eyes, I feel like you're like the biggest. You're like the only one I've heard of. Like,
that's crazy.
I've never even have heard of a different like music kind of like
Odyssey.
platform.
Odyssey Visuals doesn't have more numbers than me. She's out of Lompoc, but that's also Santa Barbara County. But she's out of Lompoc, but she has her impact is heavy though. She does her thing. Odyssey Visuals, but she also includes Bakersfield and other small towns all over the place. I just am strictly 805 and 805 affiliates.
Yeah,
that's pretty much my thing.
Do you mind me asking what city you live in?
Napomo.
Napomo?
Yeah.
You moved from Napomo to SLO?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. Shout out to you.
Constantly. Yeah.
Why?
Like I said, I'm all over the coast. I'm really outside, bro. So I can't say I'm the god of the coast if I'm not. Looking all over the place. Looking over the whole land.
Yeah, for real though. Have you been to like Cayucas, Los Osos, Morro
I've
Bay?
been to Los Osos a bunch, Morro Bay. I have never been to Cayucas. I'm gonna keep it real. I neglect my people in Cayucas, but I should get out there. I've never been to Cayucas. I've never been to Solvang. I've been to San Ynez, but I've never been to the casino. I've never been to Shandon.
I've never been to Shandon.
And then I've never been to I've been to Cambria. I have never been to Cambria as an adult though, but I was there as a child.
Okay. Templeton, Paso, A-Town.
I've been all over there, yeah.
How often do you leave Napomo and come like this way?
Daily,
every day?
Daily, yeah.
What are you doing over here? Just talking to people?
Studio sessions, interviews, photo shoots, video shoots, business deals. Like I'm speaking on the Slow Film Festival panel this Saturday at 3 p.m. on Zoom. It's a virtual slow film festival this year, but people ask me to do shit like that, protests, different stuff.
You went to one of the protests?
I've been to a bunch of the protests.
Here?
Yeah, I performed at a bunch of them.
Like rapping and shit?
Yeah.
How did you get the microphones, the fucking speakers, and all of that out there?
Well, DJ Brother C is a Connect the Coast DJ, and he's the DJ for Black Lives Matter, so he has all the equipment. And then Courtney over at Race Matters, she helps organize the protests a lot, and she would ask me to perform there. So,
damn, bro. And like, what's going on when there's like police and shit, and you guys are there's people like marching?
It's fucking crazy. I mean, it's pretty cool though. Like, I mean, they chill. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, there was a couple incidents where they weren't cool.
They're like, turn that shit down.
Yeah, nah, they like hit her with the tear gas and shit.
What?
Yeah, I wasn't there those days, but there was a couple days where they did that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they were as cool as police could be. I'll say that, I guess.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I know they didn't like that shit. I know they had a problem with it. But
how loud is your guys' music getting? Like concert type loud or?
No, because it's not like. Well, yeah, it depends. It can. Like we had the but I went to the it's like the Black History Month festival, and that was in Mitchell Park 2 weeks ago, and that shit they was performing out there, cussing as loud as fuck in the park, and like it was concert levels for sure.
Does your team put a stage out there?
Nah, we just kind of just do it.
Like
most of the time I was performing at the very top of the courthouse steps, so that's kind of like a stage.
Yeah.
And then other times it's just eye to eye, ground level.
Just big ass speakers next to you.
Big ass speakers, microphone, yeah. But I know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna connect with you. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Okay. Fuck, dude. Let's say, dude, and people like at the protest, they like know you.
Yeah, I mean that actually absolutely helped grow Connect the Coast for sure. And it was crazy because went through this period that for some reason I was making a bunch of political records, and that wasn't typically my style.
Yeah.
And I had no idea why. And then all these protests popped off, and I was like one of the only artists that they could even call to do anything, because I was the only one that had records like that. And I was like, that's kind of crazy. But my whole career has had foresight like that, honestly. Like, I'll do something years ahead and be like, why did I do that? And then the perfect opportunity will just come up for it. You know what I'm saying? It always happens. So I don't even question it no more.
That's like the universe talking. That's 100%. Just you just following the universe 100%. And like that, like you don't like. First question you asked me, like, why did I start doing podcasts? Like, I really like, I find more shit out every single day.
Yeah.
You know, like a big thing lately. Fucking dude, freedom of speech, bro. You have to be able. You need to be able to say whatever the fuck you want.
That's
like,
a fact.
Regardless if it offends anybody,
Yeah.
you need to be able to say whatever you want, and it should be on any platform like that you want to put it on. You know, as long as you're not fucking sending death threats.
Yeah,
and
as
shit.
long as nobody's in danger. I 1000% agree with that. That's
But like, bro, like the way the world's going and the government, like they want to put a big cap on like everything.
But I mean, scarier than the government is corporations to me, because like, I personally, and I don't mean to offend if you do fuck with Trump, I don't fuck with Trump though, but like I kind of have a problem with the way Twitter and everybody was just like, off switch, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if it starts with him, they're just gonna keep turning people off. Like, he can't tweet no more, he can't reach his audience and shit. Like, I don't feel bad for him, but I do think that sets a crazy precedent, like, where corporations can just censor. He was a fucking president, and a corporation said, "Shut up, you're silent, no more."
And dude, it is fucked up. Like, regardless if you fuck with him or not, it is fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's whether he has 1 follower or 1 billion followers. Like, dude, like the shit he says, it shouldn't.
And even the crazier thing is, there was like all the social media companies were on they were in a congressional hearing a few weeks before they kicked Trump off Twitter, and one of the questions was, someone like kind of stupidly asked, like, do you guys talk to each other and coordinate in order to censor people? And they were like, of course not, we would never do that. And then like the next week, Trump is off Facebook, Twitter, Amazon Web Service, all that shit the same day. Like, so they obviously coordinated. And like I said, I don't feel bad for him. I don't even care about him. Just that precedent is crazy.
Can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
And even worse is if you're actually dope as fuck and that happens to you. It's like, dude, what the fuck just happened? Like, why can't I say what I, you know, like it's. As long as you're saying, yo, don't go, or like, as long as you're not saying, yo, go kill all these people and stuff, you know, like, dude, you should be able to Twitter, tweet, whatever the fuck you want to say.
Whatever you want, yeah. I agree. 100%.
Your like DMs must be like stacked with like are people, like, how do you respond to all these people? Or like, is there like, say you go on Instagram like right now, is there 1 DM or is there like dozens?
It's a few, but it's not popping. Like, I still think that people believe that. I think that people, I mean, what I'm finding out is people are like you. They don't know what Connect the Coast is. They think it's interesting, but they don't know more than that. So that's why I want to take the opportunities like these to say what it is, because I do want to be a resource for dope creatives. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyone can reach out to me. If you're sensitive, let me know, and I if I don't like what you do, I just won't hit you back, and that's gonna be my respectful way of not hurting your feelings. If I like what you do, I'll be very vocal about that, and if I don't, I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? But like, everyone can reach out. I'm willing to be a resource and talk about things that, like, one of the Connect the Coast artists that I share. We had Connect the Coast week on Alt 100.9 about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And one of the artists, Ara, she just got a record deal, and like, she knows I had record deals. Hey, what what can I expect for this? What can I expect for this? You know what I'm saying? And like that is what I started. That is literally the core of what I started this shit for. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to fucking help. So I don't mind if people reach out to me. I'm just gonna tell you if I can't do it, I'm gonna tell you that as well, and don't be mad about that either.
Dude, can we take a quick intermission piss break?
Absolutely,
All right.
absolutely.
Dude, fuck yeah, bro.
I thought I grabbed my fucking full thing of weed anyways. I need to go get that one.
Yeah, no. Let me do this. Do you fuck around with like any type of drug?
Most of them. Well, psychedelics. I don't do like yay or anything like that, but fucking mushrooms, acid, DMT, like all that shit.
You don't do any of that shit.
I like all that shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't really do like fucking anything with like any kind of amphetamines in it or anything like that fucks me up. Like I get like if I try Molly and shit, I get instantly depressed. Like it's weird as fuck. Like I don't even feel the good shit. It's just straight come down for hours, and I don't usually emote at all. So to feel like crazy sorrow is too heavy for me. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good all the time.
Yeah, fuck, man. It jacks you up like so high that it's like depressive.
But yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm too lit. But it don't work though. I just need that shit has to be from the earth for me to fuck with it. Like mushrooms are my favorite for sure. Like I would do those all day, every day and chill. Like yeah.
Have you had some crazy ass trips?
I had one kind of crazy one. I don't really want to share it, but it wasn't like wild. It just was deep thoughts for hours and hours, like really, really deep thoughts. But no, I don't really trip. Like it just really grounds me to the earth. Like it really makes me like impervious to bullshit. I feel like that's why I love it.
Makes you really appreciate like the rocks, the sand, like animals.
The simple shit, yeah.
Dude, I've been very appreciative on animals lately. Like anything from like cats to fucking like orcas.
That's a new thing. Like after I had my bad trip, it was years ago, but it changed me in that way. Like I just never cared about animals. I didn't hate them. I just never thought about them really. Like, and my lady is like, I feel like she could talk to them. So she's that type. And like I hate spiders, for instance.
Yeah.
I hate spiders. Like they're just weird to me. I don't like looking at them. So like if I seen a spider, I would kill it right away. And then after I had my trip, now like I fucking, even if I see a spider in my space, I'll just grab it and like put it outside. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like I can't even. I don't kill flies. I don't kill spiders. I don't kill anything. Like that shit don't sit right with me for some reason.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Dude, that's dope though. It's, like if everybody took psychedelics, the world would definitely be more aware.
That's a fact.
Way more aware.
That's why they're illegal. That's 100% why they're illegal.
Our whole lives, it's already been like predestined by the government. Like not even people alive, like people from a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah,
that's how they set it up.
Yeah, man.
But there's definitely. Do you think there's a way to change it? Do you think we'll see a big change before we all die? Like this.
I don't think it'll be a good one. I don't think it'll be like a revelatory change. I think we'll see a huge change, but I don't think it'll be like an awakening or anything like that. I think it's going to be devastation and mayhem and chaos. That's what I personally think. But I don't want that. But I'm a man of science. I look at the data and it's not going too good. It's not going too good.
Dude, we literally might be the last humans on
facts.
Earth, bro. Like in the next 50, 60 years.
I wouldn't even fucking be mad at that, honestly, bro. Like
we did our time.
You know what? I get like sometimes I get so upset at the generations before us. Like, well, I'm probably the generation before you. How old are you?
22.
Yeah, so I'm like a generation ahead of you. And like fucking the generations ahead of me So it sucks because like my parents, they were the ones who like kind of super fucked up, and then didn't really teach my parents' generation anything but how to be obedient to authority, right? And so then their generation tried to pass that down to the younger generations, but my generation was kind of the first to, I mean, obviously there's hippies in the 70s and shit like that, but then the newer generation, mine was the first to be like, whoa, a lot of shit y'all saying don't make sense. But it took us a minute to figure it out. And like, so I feel like looking at your generation and younger kids, I get hope.
Really?
I do, for sure, because I feel like you guys know a lot more than we knew. For sure,
damn,
bro.
Bro.
Like, for sure. Like, you guys know things that I just wasn't even thinking about when I was 22. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was thinking about pussy, and that's about it, bro. That's pretty much it. So, you guys are on a different level, I think. So, it gives me hope. But, like, the people who are in power, they cling to that shit so tightly that shit fucks me up. And I feel like you can't ever get better until you reconcile with the past. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many different aspects of the past that, like, society won't reconcile with. I'm talking, like, from some shit as simple as slavery to shit as complicated as, like, alternative histories that, like, show other things happened in the United States and all over the world that nobody talks about. You feel what I'm saying? Like, all of those things have to be brought to light and reconciled with for us to become a better society, and none of those things I feel like will ever be addressed.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it goes back. Fuck, dude, that's one thing that I love about doing podcasts is I learn so much shit about everybody, and like not even just like them personally, just like I'm learning. Like I'm in a school classroom right now, and you're the teacher and I'm the fucking student. Yeah. No, but one of my homies, he was like, yeah, the way the road has been headed for some time now, it's set up to where if you're being an idiot or you just are an idiot and you like don't care to learn and gain experience in any way, shape, or form, the road just pads you. Yeah. And they put like, you get last place, you get an award. Like the road, it's set up to where everything's filtered in the education system that they're teaching all these like up and coming students. It's like very, very like, oh, like one-sided and just like they're not saying the actual gruesome shit that happened that like we need to learn from. Right. They're just saying like these alternate like history things that have happened that are like happy go like, I don't know, dude, like you gotta live and learn, and you gotta make a fuck ton of mistakes, and you gotta learn from those mistakes.
Yeah. But you have to also acknowledge those mistakes. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And everyone wants to be like, we learned from those mistakes, but it's like, how can you have learned when you won't even acknowledge that they happened? That's I feel like that's the clash that the country is at right now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, especially in places like this, because it's like I grew up here, so to watch people who are uncomfortable with the protest try to say that racism doesn't happen, and I'm like, bro, I'm 30 years in out here. Like, I grew up out here in the 80s and the 90s. It was racist as fuck. I got hogtied as a little kid, like hogtied, bro, by my fucking drunken ass neighbor, bro. Like, and he had to get into it with my pops. Crazy, like shit like that. Hogtied
with a rope.
Yeah, like I was like a 2-year-old kid. Bro. Like I was a baby, like running around the yard. Like, who does that to a kid? He
was a white dude?
Yeah, for sure. Super racist white dude. Yeah, alcoholic white dude.
Was he gonna fucking throw you on a fire?
No, he was just watching me cry, laughing at me on the ground and shit, going, squeal, little piggy, squeal. Like, fucked up.
Drunk?
Shit, yeah, drunk as fuck. Yeah.
Were you pissed?
I was just scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I remember. But yeah.
And it was literally because you're black?
For sure, yeah. And he didn't like my family moving into the apartment complex.
What'd your dad do?
Oh, they got into it.
Fight?
Yeah, they got into it.
Fist fight?
Yeah.
Damn.
I remember, yeah.
Are you homies with your parents?
Homies is a stretch. But we're cool. I mean, I just don't understand them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't think they understand me, but I love them for sure. But they're Republicans, like hyper. I don't understand black Republicans. That's something that's weird to me.
It's ironic.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Yeah. So, but
Some Kanye West shit.
yeah, but I love them for sure.
Are they still in the area? Like,
Yeah.
SLO County?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah. And just, they're really Christian.
Dude, can I borrow your lighter?
Absolutely.
Dude, thanks, bro.
They're really Christian. And I feel like it's hard for me to... Like, to me, if you're Christian and you don't approach Christianity with the premise that God is female, then I feel like you're just a zombie. You know what I'm saying? That's the only other way Christianity makes sense to me. And that's the conversation that no Christian I've ever met wants to have. So it's like, I don't want to talk about it. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. What is like, do your parents know like what you're doing and like what you're up to and shit? Do they have like Instagram, or like have you shown them shit? Do they know you rap?
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Okay.
They, like, when I'm in when my songs in the movies, they go to the movies and like film the credits and send it to me and shit. And like, they hated it at first. Like, we battled for years and years because my dad's a pastor and like hated rap. He still hates rap to this day, like doesn't like it, but he knows I'm really good at the shit, and he knows, like, he's just seen it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to say I'm the first rapper to write rap for AI, like, you know what I'm saying? I did some shit for Microsoft that they made me sign an NDA for, so I can't say all the details, but like, they wanted to see how fast an AI could work, and so they made it do a rap battle to see if an AI could freestyle. And I was the writer for the human side, you know what I'm saying? And like, so I've done crazy shit, bro. Like, and they see that and they fuck with it for sure.
That's fucking dope. How'd they even know to hit you up?
I don't ever know. It's just, I get the weirdest calls, but
Phone calls?
yeah, or emails or whatever. Yeah,
What's it like having 3 phones? You said you have 3 phones.
that's normal for me. So
Is one phone for the homies only, and then one phone's business?
no, they're all like, only one I use for as a phone, and the rest are just all connected to the internet for different accounts, so I don't have to switch on one phone, and I can, or like if I need to shoot something with music, I can shoot with this phone, listen to music and play the music on another phone, and then like get a different angle or whatever, or stream on multiple platforms at the same time.
That's funny,
So,
bro.
it's just for shit like that.
So you're paying, are you on Verizon, AT&T?
AT&T. I
Okay.
got a family plan.
Okay. But like, when you went and they were like, why do you need 3 phones? Or
I would never answer that question. Like, it's not your business.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, but they didn't ask that, honestly. Like, I used to, like, up until recently, I was working at the Verizon store. And so I work in cell phone. Like, when people buy phones, you don't even ask why. You're just like, fuck it. Let's get that money.
you were working at a Verizon?
I was, yeah.
How was that?
Terrible.
Terrible?
I hated it.
When
I
you
hate
was-
working.
Yeah. Working sucking shit.
I just hate working in general, bro. It's terrible. Like, I'm not that type of person. Like, I can't have people telling me what to do. It makes me crazy. Like, yeah, so it sucked.
Imagine what you're doing right now. It sounds like you're, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like you're busy.
Yeah,
For the most part.
For sure, yeah.
Imagine what you're doing right now, and then jam in a 40-hour work week, 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Could you do it?
That's what I was doing.
Your time disappears.
I was a manager. Like, so this is while Connect the Coast was growing at its fastest. You know what I'm saying? Like, I managed Verizon. Part of what made Connect the Coast go viral was actually some racist dude came into my store, and I asked him to put on a mask, and he started calling me the N-word and shit like that.
What?
Yeah, and so
Why?
this shit went because he was racist.
What?
Yeah, and so this shit was in all the newspapers and all this shit, and it went viral on Connect the Coast, and that's kind of what started helping Connect the Coast grow. And this was while I was at work
Shut the front
in the
door.
Tascadero. Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah.
So how'd that go down?
He came in, he wanted to return something, and I asked him to put on a mask. And he was way outside the return date. So I asked him to put on a mask, and I told him, you're outside the return date. And those two things, like, set him off. And I had known, I just had been there enough and I experienced so much racism there that I saw the signs. And I kept telling myself, like, get one of these guys on film. And so he was the first one where I saw the trigger. And so I was like, okay. And I got it on film, and, like, put it on Connect the Coast.
Like it's like an Instagram video?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like it was, like KSBY picked it up. The Tribune, well, not the Tribune. Was it New Times picked it up? Fucking, it was like everywhere, bro. Like everywhere, like everywhere. And his business got shut down because I told him, I was like, bro, you don't want to do this with me. Like, I'm just gonna hurt. And he was like, fuck you. And I was like, okay. And I started filming, and then he just started going crazy into the camera, and I just let him go. And I was like, bro, this is gonna suck for you. And it shut down his business. Like he had to paint over his truck. He was getting pulled over and banged on in the streets. Like it was fucked up for him for a long time. He had to shut down his business. Like he had to shut down his Yelp. It was bad, bro.
Dude.
It was bad for him.
You said it happens a lot. It was happening a lot there.
Oh. Basically daily.
Daily?
Basically daily.
What were people saying?
Just the most racist shit you could think of. Like
Like,
think of
they
some
were saying
racist
the N-word
shit. Yeah.
too?
Oh. Constantly, bro.
Every day?
Constantly.
There's no fucking way.
Yo, there was the first time it happened, fucking these kids just are riding their bikes by my store. They fucking poke their head in the door and like, and then start running down the street. And I was like, oh, this is fucking the first day I started working there. This family came in, and this little girl was like playing with me, like doing peekaboo or some shit like that.
Oh, and you were playing back?
Yeah, and I was
okay.
like, you know, and she was laughing. She was cute, and fucking her dad looks and sees her laughing at me, and goes and whispers to the mom, and then I hear her say, "Yeah, you're right. I don't want no fucking monkeys playing with my kid. I'm gonna take her out the store."
What? Are you serious?
Swear to God.
Fuck, bro.
That was the first day I started working there. I was like, whoa. And I had just come from LA, and it's like, so for 16 years, like, all the racism I had experienced was like, probably, it took me a minute to figure out if it even was racism. You know what I'm saying? It could have been anything. But it was so, like, undercover that I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
This shit was just in my face, bro. And it was like right when Trump started, so people felt bold with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and up there, that's Trump. They have a Trump office in the Tascadero. It's just a building full of Trump posters. I don't even know what they do there. It's just a Trump office. Like, fucking, so it's a Tascadero. I've been to the fucking Ozarks. A Tascadero is one of the most racist places I've ever been to. Ever, bro.
A Tascadero.
Yeah, for sure.
Huh. Wow, okay. So that was your first day. Like, there's no, like, when that happens, you must have thought or felt a certain way, right? Or were you just straight faced, like, all right, peace?
Well, I grew up here, so, like, I literally, that shit, I have, like, a racism callus, like, where it's just, like, I know where it's coming from. It only comes from two places, fear and ignorance. That's it.
Yeah.
I've never met a racist who wasn't either ignorant or afraid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so, and they're always looking for a reaction. Always. Like, that's what they want. So, giving them a reaction is kind of the way. You either got to give them the maximum reaction that they weren't expecting, and that's usually violence, or you gotta give them no reaction. But there's really no in between, honestly.
So you were chilling with it. You're like,
Yeah, I mean, I had to roll it off, and that was my first day at work. Like,
Yeah.
what am I gonna do?
I can't tell if you are a like violent throwdown person or like a chiller. Because that's the thing, like some of the actual like chillers turn out to be like some of the most like, when it comes down to it, like violent people that will like literally just like 0 to 100 real quick.
I mean, I'm
You know what
definitely
I mean?
I'm not known for that. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Not at all. But I have no problem fighting for
Yeah,
mine.
yeah.
But I just, yeah, I'm like a reasoner.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
And then the video that went viral. How long? So this guy knew you were filming him.
Yeah.
And was just getting angry.
yeah.
Damn, but were you laughing?
I was like antagonizing him. You know.
Oh,
what I'm
you were
I was
keeping
kinda
it going.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he never said the N word on camera, but he said a bunch of other racist shit like
On camera?
Yeah, like get me water and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Damn, bro. And then you're like, why the fuck do I need to get your water?
Yeah. No, I was just like, bro, are you sure you want to do this? And then I just started being like, so this is what's his name? I don't remember his name. It was like his phone number was on the side of his truck. He was in his work truck. So I was like, this is his phone number. You guys hear what he's saying, so go ahead and hit him up. Let him know how you feel about it, and it was over for him from that moment.
Yeah.
on. Like it was a wrap.
Damn, bro. Like, I probably lost a lot of fucking money.
Oh yeah, for sure. But peep this. This is how racist Atascadero is. So he lost a lot of business, but he found a whole new customer base of racists that kind of petitioned for him to get his Yelp back.
Yeah.
And it worked. So Yelp scrubbed his account. He's back active now. And now he has a whole new customer base of racists who fuck with him solely because he did that. That's wild.
That's funny. Damn. Yeah, dude, there is... I'm assuming he was like an older person?
Yeah.
White dude with gray hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Super old dude.
Yeah, dude, there's no changing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
there isn't.
There isn't. That's...
Yeah, I mean, working up there just opened my eyes, bro. I was in a bubble. Like, I just thought... Because I was around creatives all day, every day. Like, just people who only cared about being creative. You know what I'm saying? We never talked politics. We never talked, like... It was just creativity. People with swag. We smoke weed. We make music. We chill. Like, so when I got up here, bro, like, it's just all politics, pretty much. Everybody is, like, super polarized on one side or the other. But in that place, it's just a pocket of the other side, from my perspective. So, like, I just didn't know people like that were still kicking around. Like, I knew they existed, but I didn't know they were just, like, so proud of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was another thing up there, bro. It was another thing. So now I feel like I'm much more aware. And I know how to spot them out because there's so many people. I posted this on Facebook a while back. People are raised to be nice people and not good people. You feel what I'm saying? And like that is the epitome of the whole 805. It's a bunch of nice ass people running around who won't cause any conflicts or anything, and they're non-confrontational. But they're not everyone's a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not fucking... And I'm not the arbiter of who's good or who's not. But what I am saying is, like, they'll fucking stab you in your back. They'll fucking smile in my face, but, like, be top commenter on Parler and shit like that. And, like, be the most racist. Like... But because they're nice to me, that allows them to believe they're not racist. And that's how dangerous, like, being nice can be. You know what I'm saying? Just because you're nice doesn't... like, how do you vote? How do you act when your friend says something racist? You feel what I'm saying? Like, because being nice doesn't disqualify you from being a bad person if you're not doing good in the face of evil. That's just how I feel about it.
Have you met a lot of people what you just described in terms of like?
Absolutely.
You said like be chill and smile in your face, but like do some fucked up shit on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry that like you've hung out or been like exposed to those people. Not saying that I haven't, but like it sounds like you've seen a lot more than I have.
It's I think it's human nature. It's there's no apology necessary. It's just interesting to me how people will allow themselves to believe they're good people simply because they're nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I fucking had a bunch of children locked in my basement, like, I feel like I would know I was an evil person even if I was smiling at people in the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like people are the equivalent of that kind of evil, but because they're not calling me the N-word to my face, they're like, oh, I'm a great person. You know what I'm saying? I could have called them an N-word and I didn't. You should give me... And it's like, what? It's those participation effort trophies you're kind of talking about.
Do people actually think that they're like a great person?
I think most people think they're great people. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like you can't decide that you are a great person.
I would agree with you.
You can't, dude. That's decided by everybody.
But I'm telling you, bro. Start asking people who don't think like you if they think they're a good person. Like, yeah, I think I'm a pretty good person. Dude, they'll have no justification for that. They'll have no justification for it, but they'll just say, yeah, I think I'm a pretty good person. I'd say, yeah. Nobody wants to think they're a bad person.
Dude, I think I'm a piece of fucking shit.
But I mean, for you to even think that means you're at least a smart person. I don't know whether you are or not, but like to self-analyze, I feel like only smart people self-analyze. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what a dumb person is to me, is someone who cannot look at themselves and tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't self-actualize really at all. Like, and you use self-actualization as a diss to other people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's a dumb person, kind of, to me. So, yeah, you'd be shocked, bro. I kind of, yeah.
You're saying self-actualization means like you're analyzing yourself?
Yeah. And just realizing who you are. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's a good or bad person, you realize who that is and you're coming to terms with it.
I mean, I feel like a logical thing to do, like, I feel like there's not too many people. There's like a few people on this planet that can look at them and be like, okay, like, I'm actually doing like some dope ass shit right now. I feel like everybody else, like, we can all look at ourselves and be like, yo, like, I can be doing so much, like, I can be doing way better things. And I don't even mean like a fucking like change in hobby or job. I just mean like in terms of like a consciously growing and just like trying to gain knowledge in like any way, shape or form. Like, people can constantly be, you know, doing that and just like trying to better themselves and their situation, and like honestly like people around them as well. Yeah, I don't know, like, everybody should be focused on that, you know what I mean? Because, like, all the time I'm like, oh, dude, like, I could have done this, like, way better, like, I wasn't thinking with my head in this moment, like, I'm dumb, you know, like, I'm an idiot, which all the time I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, like, I just, you know what I mean?
I mean, I wouldn't take it that far, I think, but I do think that you exploring different options and how you can be more efficient and do things is smart. Like, a lot of people are set in their ways, and I think that's like the beginning of death. You feel when you are locked in and you're like, I know something so well that I don't need to learn anymore or whatever. Yeah. Like, that's like the beginning of death, honestly. And I feel like I see a lot of that. I see a lot of people who are unwilling to, because everybody associates being wrong with being a bad person for some reason. I don't know why. Like, when everybody's wrong at some point, probably every day, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, people have a hard time admitting when they're wrong. and apologizing for when they're wrong and acknowledging when they're like, I mean, acknowledging is the same thing, but yeah, I don't know. I think it might come from that, but I don't really give a fuck. Like, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, what like happens next, like in your life?
So I'm in a new transitional period right
You
now.
are right now?
Yeah. So I'm sure some art will come from that. That's what usually happens. Right now I'm like super into NFTs, like crazy. They're like it's like crypto art. So it's like art funded by cryptocurrency, and it's digital 3D art. It's not physical in the physical world, but it's really dope shit. So I've been collabing with a lot of 3D artists from all over the world, creating these 3D pieces that we're putting on up for auction. You can bid on them at rareable.com and OpenSea.com right now. Check them out. Yeah, stuff.
How did this even start? Wait, what the fuck? There's no way that happened overnight.
It did.
No, wait, what?
Yeah, it did.
Can you tell that story?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
For sure.
Fuck.
Yeah, so NFT stands for non-fungible token. All that means is that it's a piece of art that cannot be duplicated. And it can be authenticated that it was created by the artist. You feel what I'm saying? So imagine like if you bought a Picasso and it came with a token and you knew that Picasso made that piece and it wasn't a copy, and within that token you could see the information of who's ever owned it from the beginning of time. You know what I'm saying? And what it's been through, what it's been sold for, and what it's worth at the current time. So when you put things on this blockchain, when you put art on this blockchain, as a creator, you get a token that says that. And then anytime, so if I make a song, if I make a piece of art with an artist, we create it, we put it on the blockchain, and we set the price. Once it's sold for that price. But let's say that collector wants to sell it to another collector. We as the creators are entitled to whatever royalty we want. We set the royalty. So 20% royalty every single time it's sold. So as that collectible gains more value, and let's say like a Charizard card right now, a Pokemon card is worth $500,000. But it started off at $10, but now it's worth $500,000, and it was sold over time and it became more valuable. So with every sale, as the value increases, we the creators instantly get our money. We don't have to fight or scrounge or find it. We instantly get our money every transaction, every time, as the value increases, and that token is where the value lies. And so I honestly had been hearing about NFTs for a while, maybe about the last year and a half or so, but I just started going to the websites like Rarible, Nifty Gateway, Super Rare, OpenSea. These are all NFT marketplaces where you can buy NFT art. And I just started looking into it. And as I looked at the art, I just really liked looking at this art. Like, I've been to museums before and all this stuff. But as I looked into NFTs, I was starting to see that there were collectors who are like, the way they design their home is with NFT in mind. So they're putting screens all over their house and they're displaying their digital art throughout these screens, throughout all over their house. And like, Oculus Rift, the virtual reality gaming platform, is going all in with the NFTs. So there's virtual reality museums you can go to check out NFTs and meet up with actual collectors and trade. And pieces are selling for like $3.3 million right now. It's like a crazy, crazy market right now. And so I got into it though because of that authentication token. I just think as a creator, as a producer even, that's dope. Like, so many people make beats and when you put them on YouTube, it's kind of gone into the ether, and it's kind of difficult if a lot of people are on that beat and you didn't handle your business up front, it's kind of hard to prove that, oh, that's my beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a lot of hoops to jump through. But with this token, if you put your beat on the blockchain first and you get that token, then you could release it to the world, and it doesn't matter who uses it. You instantly can prove that this is mine. You know what I'm saying? I created this, and it started here. And like, that's gonna change intellectual property rights forever. And so I started diving into that market. I literally just went on the NFT hashtag on Instagram and just started hitting up artists that I liked, and it was like, hey, my name is Lorde Sanctus. I've done music with this person. I put music in this movie and this TV show, and I really like your art, and I want to work with you. And a couple of them hit me back. You know what I'm saying? And we just dropped. I can actually show you. We just dropped the NFT today.
What type of art is this?
So it's just 3D art of all kinds. Like, it's just 3D art, literally of all kinds. Like,
how they made like a lion.
Yeah, so this is the NFT. Well, that's not even a good... Like, so this is one I own. This is a piece I own. Like, this is a 3D rendering of a collectible toy figure. But they don't actually make the toy figures. It's just 3D. But it's just pieces like this. And so I have, in my crypto wallet, I have these art pieces that I can export onto a USB and display around my house on screens or whatever as actual art pieces. But the value is, there's a collector side where people are just collecting them. So this piece is a 1 of 15. So once the 15th piece sells, that's it, it's over. And then the value instantly increases, and then people start trying to buy them for more. So the biggest artist, named People, he does these little collectible items, and now once his collectible sells, they resell for like millions of dollars. It's insane. Millions of dollars. It's crazy.
Is he getting some of those millions?
He's getting most of those millions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but what if they bought it for $10? They bought it from you for $10, and then it sells out like what you're saying, and there's no more left. You can't buy anymore, and then someone resells it for
so that's the secondary market, and that's what I was saying. You, at the very beginning, when you mint your token, you get to set the royalty rate that you want to have in the secondary market. So you could say, I want 30% of every future sale. So even if he sells it for $3 million, you get 30% of that sale for all time.
So what if your royalty was, so like, when you're making the art, are you also like, okay, what percentage should my royalty be? Like,
I'm more so right now I'm just focused on making the art, because it's a new thing, you know what I'm saying? And anytime I've ever gotten into something for the money, it never works out, and it's always fucking corny. Like, so I just really like this style of art. And because it's kind of like cartoons, and I love cartoons and comic books and shit like that, and it's like kind of like working with custom characters and shit with and some of these animators are from DreamWorks and shit like that, and like, it's just a lane that I respect, that I never thought I'd have a connection to in any way, without just putting music in movies. But when I put songs in movies, it's not like I get to go to the studio and see them shoot the movie and shit. It's just, they just take the song. So this is a kind of different way to get connected to that side of things that I'm interested in. So, and it's just a different way, like, for me to release art. Like, I don't release music. I will rap until I die. I always say that. And I'm not trying to be like famous or anything like that. I just like rapping. I like making music. I enjoy it. And so I just want to find creative ways to do that and release pieces that have value. And this is a way to do that for people that are fans of mine. These things can increase in value, and you can take part in that value. And I think that's dope.
For the people, you said there's some like famous people on it already that like sell their, like, before it hit second market, it's already selling for like tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
When they're making it to make that type of money, I'm assuming that there's competition within, and they're like, oh, like, I need to have lower royalties so more people buy it and can resell it? Or do people are like, oh, I want 95% of the royalty, like I want to make all the fucking resell money,
I mean, I've honestly never looked into those stats, so I
Okay.
can't tell you accurately, but what I will say is I do know that the market in general is like, it's so new, and it's such like it's a speculative market. You know what I'm saying? So the value in this market is interesting because it's not about the art. It's about the reputation of the artist, right? So people's 3D renderings aren't super crazy. Any 3D artist can do it, but they're valuable because he did it. A different artist can post the same thing, but it's not going to sell for millions because it wasn't Beeple that did it. You know what I'm saying? And that token authenticates that Beeple did it. And so this is the first platform I've ever seen where you can leverage your reputation in a way that's never been done before. And I think where it's going to go, and this is what I'm excited about, is people with reputations are going to start minting tokens for their memories and their experiences, right? So let's say Laser's podcast goes crazy, right? You have 10 million subscribers and everybody listens to it. And then you could be like, guys, I was nominated for Podcaster of the Year at the Billboard Awards or whatever, and I'm going to film this whole experience in 360 virtual reality video, and then I'm going to auction off this first-hand experience to whoever wants to buy it, and only you will have this experience. You feel what I'm saying? So your fans can buy your like the first time you won an award, the first time you your kid says any. I mean, I wouldn't do that, but the Kim Kardashians of the world will probably do things like that. But like Pharrell, like if he has footage of when he made Frontin', that's one of my favorite Pharrell songs. Like, and it's just behind the scenes, never before seen footage, and he minted a token, like, and I as a fan could bid on that moment and that memory. I would do that shit, you know what I'm saying? And it's gonna get to that, and I think that's gonna be really cool.
Damn, bro. That's like some fucking like far out shit.
Yeah, but it's right now. But it's happening right now. Like the NBA is actually minting moments right now. Like I think it's called NBA Top Shot or something like that. But what it is like LeBron James can mint a token highlight, like mint a highlight, and like if that highlight is rare, if it's like a high school highlight or something like that. Then it becomes more valuable. Someone just sold one for like $2.2 million the other day. Like, it's like it's going crazy right now, bro. Like it's just getting more creative and different. Like my art, when you bid on my art, if you win it and you buy it, then I collect mini discs. So if you're not from the 90s and you don't know what a mini disc is, it was a format that was supposed to kill the CD, but it didn't get popular. But it looks super futuristic. So it's like it's a mini CD inside this case that looks like a computer case. So it looks like a super futuristic kind of thing. And you could re-record over them. So you could buy like let's say you could buy a little Uzi Vert mini disc, but then if you didn't like the album, you could just record over it and use it and do whatever you want.
Without his voice?
Yeah, without. You just, like it's a blank tape. But you can record over it forever, unlimited. So anytime you're done with it, you can just re-record over it. Like, and every mini disc player had a line in. So like, let's say if you had an album, I can just plug into my mini disc player and record that album onto my mini disc player like immediately. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but me and my friend Lucas were the only two people in the world that had mini disc players. Nobody else really bought into it because you had to kind of learn a new technology. But long story short, I collected a bunch of these and I still have them. And I wanted to figure out a way to put my music on them and release them to people. And so now the collaboration I'm working on now is with this artist named Hank. He's from the Netherlands. And my new single that I'm going to release in a month or so, it's called Gray Hairs and Gold Teeth. You know what I'm saying? Because I have gray hairs and I rock gold teeth. And fucking he's doing a 3D model of this character that has gray hairs and gold teeth. And when you bid on that art, I'll send you a mini disc with an exclusive, never before heard mix of the song with a message from Hank and myself. And if you bid on the higher value one, I'll send you the mini disc player as well. So if you want the mini disc, you'll get it, but you have to figure out how to play it. Or if you want the mini disc player, you can bid on the higher tier one, and I'll send you the player and the disc, and you'll have that, and only you'll have that one of one mini disc with that mix that no one else has ever heard, that no one else has, and it comes with a high definition pictures and video loops of the art piece that you can display however you want. And I'm gonna do pieces like this from now on with different visual artists, because that to me is valuable to a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if someone buys one for $50,000, that's fucking awesome. If I become that cool, awesome. I doubt I will, but even if I don't, like, it just, to me, I put so much effort into writing my music that, like, it makes more sense to me, and it fulfills me more to collab with the artists and just do things like this and create experiences. It feels better to do that.
Dude, that's so you're having an auction?
Yeah, so right now on rareable.com, actually just go to my website lordesanctus.com, and you can I have blogs and everything about exactly everything I'm talking about. So just lordesanctus.com, and you can click on the blogs and go to my auctions and all that stuff.
I see why you have so many phones.
Yeah,
because there's the fucking lordesanctus.com, and then there's the fucking
connectthecoast.co. Yep, and then all the social media platforms. Yeah, so it's just
fuck, man.
Yeah.
Dude, are you ever like, dude, I need to put my fucking phone down and just like go on a walk for like 2 hours?
I think my lady's texting me that shit probably right now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, like,
okay.
I mean, I don't feel like that because I love it. I genuinely love what I do, but yeah, you gotta unplug. It's necessary.
Yeah, for real though. It's, yeah. I like how you said like unplug too.
Yeah.
Like you literally have to like unplug
That's
it.
what it is. That's what it is. 100%.
So there's like a, whenever, like, fuck, dude, literally sensory overload right now. So from what I got out of everything you just said, you are creating an art that people can buy and listen to, it sounds like, on this mini disc player.
Right.
And if you enter the second tier of the contest, you get the mini disc player and the mini disc that you made, and it's like verified by you or some shit. And like only they will have it.
Right.
And then you can do things with the mini disc, like record over what you made.
Yeah, so if you hate the song that I come up with, then you at least can just record over the mini disc and put whatever else on there you want, and you know what I'm saying? And you have it's a dope looking technology, and it's a cool technology that's like, I think it's about time for it to circle back around. Like, I know a lot of people are putting shit on tapes and shit now, but nobody really has mini discs, because if you weren't collecting them back in the day, then you don't have them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I fuck with them. So, and it's just something I wanted to try. I have a collection. I'm not really losing anything if no one buys it. It was a fun project to make. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'm only doing shit like that. I'm only buying NFT. I'm only buying NFT pieces that, like, even if I lose money on them, I love the piece, so I don't really care that I lost money on it. And I'm only working with artists that, like, if it doesn't sell, I don't care, because I get a free piece out of every single collaboration. They make me a piece as well, so I get to just build my stash, you know what I'm saying, of pieces. And I love this shit. Like, I'm really into it, so it's cool.
Damn, bro. That's like... Do you have to come up with new songs, or are you using like...
Yeah. So okay. I mean, well, the piece we dropped today on OpenSea is a song that was already out, but the first genuine collaboration piece is a new song that's not out. But I always make new songs, and so I don't always want to release an album. You know what I'm saying? I think then this is a cooler way to release singles, is, you know, singles that come with art. I think that's super dope.
What does the art look like, and what are you wearing? Do you need like special glasses to view this, or is it literally like what you showed me on your phone?
It's literally like what I showed you. It's just a 3D rendering. But when you look at them on the computer, they're way more intense.
Vibrant.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And you see it 2D though. Like we see it just flat on the screen.
Right.
Or is it like
you see it flat on the screen, but
okay.
you use the Oculus Rift and see it in 3 dimensions if you want. Yeah.
So how do you do that with the Oculus Rift?
There's programs that just allow you to look at the NFTs you own on the Oculus Rift. So
they're like partnered up and they're like open communications. Like, yo, bro, like you actually need to fix this, and like we'll fix this.
Exactly.
Fuck, man.
I just got a fire ass piece. Hold on, I'll show you.
Dude, do you freestyle at all?
I was a freestyle champion. I don't do it any. Me and freestyling have like the worst relationship now, bro. Cause that's a piece of this, but
what the fuck?
So I'm into all these artists. They make these like collectible dolls. You know what I'm saying? But they don't build it. They're just 3D like that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to have a whole hallway of these motherfuckers. Just dope ass shit.
Can you? What do you mean a whole hallway? Like
Just
how
a
do you
hallway of screens in my house that just display all the different pieces that I have in like super HD, like just television screens. But I'm just gonna use them as canvases.
And they're like turned vertical.
Yeah, exactly.
Vertical.
Exactly.
Okay, because horizontal would not fly.
They're all vertical. Exactly.
Okay. How do you get it to play?
You just the USB. You just put it on a USB drive and then plug it into the TV.
Okay, so you need how many TVs do you need for this to happen?
It just depends on how many pieces I'm gonna end up having.
Okay,
you know,
so these are gonna be fucking trophies floating around
exactly,
in your fucking house.
in like different tablets but I'm gonna have a shitload of screens because I mean I'm gonna have a shitload of pieces. Right now I have 3 extra screens because I have 3 extra pieces, but I'm gonna grow my pieces to a ridiculous amount, and I hope to have a projector. I hope to buy a really expensive piece that I can project on a wall at all times. And then I really want to invest. And see, this is where my mind is at. I want to invest in companies that are doing like holographic 3D. I haven't heard of any yet, but I'm sure it'll get to the point where they want to 3D holographically project your NFTs into your house, and that's gonna be some wild shit.
Literally, the thing that I was thinking before you said that, I was like, dude, like eventually, like you don't want it on a TV the whole time. Like, what if you can grab it and like spin it with your fucking hands and shit?
Or
and,
even 3D print your pieces or shit like that. Like if I could 3D print that doll I was just showing, I don't know the action. I don't know if it's an action figure or a doll, whatever. But 3D printing of that is crazy. But like it's gonna get super wild.
Yeah.
And I was at the forefront of cryptocurrency and I didn't dive in the way I should have.
You did not?
I did not. I was definitely at the forefront of AR. Like I built an app. What Snapchat filters do, I built an app that did that way before Snapchat app did that, and Justin Bieber's manager almost bought it from me, and it just didn't go down, and it was fucked up. And then like maybe 8 months later, we saw Snapchat and fucking Facebook doing it, and it was over, bro. And then Snapchat sold for $18 billion.
The whole clip that she's asking to get taken down, like, if it's in every clip, that's gonna be fucked to just remove fucking like 4 clips that I like thought were genuinely art.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I mean, people tell me to take pictures down all the time. I'll be like, nah. I just tell them no.
And it's like of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But this because they pose for it. Like we'll be out in the club and they'll pose for the picture,
okay.
And then I'll post it and they'll be like, "Oh, can you take that down?" I'll be like, "No, I'm not taking it down. I'm sorry." Like that's just I will respect you if when I'm taking the picture and you say I don't want my picture taken, I stop. I just don't take a picture.
Okay.
Once it's up, it's up. Like
really?
Yeah. So tell me don't take it.
Have you ever taken one down because someone was like, "Yo, like"?
I did really one time because it like started some drama, super drama, and so I took it down one time. But it was like it was a fight. It was a super fight. Yeah. It was
How
like,
long did you keep it going for?
Like a week or something like that.
Before you took it down?
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. How many messages happened in one fucking week?
It turned up. It was like on some gangster shit. Like it was with some gangsters and some jail time and all this shit, and involved a bunch of shit. So, but I didn't give a that shit had nothing to do with me. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, we sat down, we worked it out.
In person?
No. Well, yeah, actually in person. Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
Damn. Why didn't you just like? I feel like if someone wanted it taken down that bad, like I feel like I easily could have just taken it down and be like, all right.
Because this particular person was acting like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he came to the city disrespecting like the whole city and acting like ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And then after he acted ridiculous, wanted me to like take it down. And all I did was I didn't even do anything. I just documented what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? And you were being stupid, like super dumb. And he was fighting with my homies, so I didn't really like. At that point, I didn't even know who he was. So I was like, "You're fighting my homies. Like, I don't fuck with you. I don't. Why would I take it down?"
So you like record? You didn't take someone's photo. You recorded their like actions.
Yeah.
Damn.
They got in like a fight.
Okay.
They were fighting my homies, and I just filmed the fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was your homie chilling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he the guy that the dude that they were fighting got arrested, and and I didn't even film the fight. I filmed him getting arrested. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
After he was in the fight. But again, I was like, "Fuck you! I don't know you. I don't feel no loyalty or obligation to you at all." So
they're
and they were trying to be like, "This is gonna affect my life if you don't take this down." And I was like, "You shouldn't have came out here acting stupid. Like, I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?" But we ended up knowing the same people, and that's because at first it was just me and him, and like, I don't know you. And like, he was talking to me super disrespectful from the jump. It wasn't like he got in the DMs and was like, "Hey, this is what's going on. Can you take it down?" It was like, "Hey, motherfucker, this is that." And like, when you come at me like that, it's over. Like, I don't hear anything you're saying. I'm gonna antagonize you. It's gonna be ugly. That's just what it is.
If they started out super chill, like very, very chill to the point where like they're being chill, and then they're also like complimenting you in the request, would you have taken it down on the first message depending on how well put it was together?
I mean, if they put like, if what a detriment it would be to their life and shit. Like, I don't want nobody to ruin nobody's life. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you start a fight with people I care about, and then B, you're disrespectful, you can't then ask me to care about your well-being. You know what I'm saying? You already disrespected people that I care about, then disrespected me. Conversation is over after that. You feel what I'm saying? So he but had he had told me, you know, this is what's going on and this is what it was, we could have that conversation for sure. I'm reasonable.
What if it was your homie's fault the fight happened?
But it wasn't.
Okay.
I
It was their fault?
Yeah, I was there. I was there the whole time. So, yeah.
Hypothetical, what if it was swapped? Would it be like you'd be a little more lenient? If
Yeah,
it was
for
like your
sure.
homie's
Yeah,
fault?
absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Damn,
I
man.
mean, that's probably biased, but I would. That's my homie. Yeah, for sure.
Damn, dude. Did it went like it got posted on like a platform? Like you're like
I posted it
Instagram?
on Connect the Coast.
Damn.
Yeah.
So some people saw it. That's funny.
A bunch of people saw it.
Do you have like a favorite like artist around here you like working with? Or just being around?
Being around, I like D Banks. He's dope. He's just like he's a talented guy, and he's very ambitious, and I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he wants to win, and it's not in like a by any means necessary kind of way, which I don't really trust that. But it's just like I'm willing to do the work kind of way. I'm willing to take the steps kind of way, and that's rare.
Have you seen him do some like steps?
Yeah, I mean, just the way he invests in himself is pretty rare. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll spend whatever on a music video to get his vision across. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's not to hit a lick or not to be the most popular or to create a viral moment. Like, he'll really have a vision and he'll see that vision all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's dope.
How does that go down? Like, you said you're seeing his vision go down.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Like,
and what's he wanting?
Like, for instance, and it varies from record to record, but like, for instance, he has a video called Jangle Bells that's out right now. It's a Christmas record. And like, way earlier in the year last year, he hit me and was like, he didn't say he wanted to make a Christmas song. I sent him a batch of beats, and then he sent me one back, and he was like, I don't know why, but I made a Christmas song. And this was early in the year, but it was like a slap. And so he was like, I want to shoot a video for this. And he had the whole vision like already planned out. And he was like, I want to get strippers. I want to be Santa Claus. I want to be a ratchet ass Santa Claus. I want to do this. And it sounded so grandiose to me that I told him, like, I fuck with you. I'm going to ride with you on this. But this sounds like a lot, bro. I don't really know. And he's like, no, I could do it. I could do it. And he's like, I want to do it in the Atascadero, because he worked in the Atascadero too, down the street from me. And he was also like, yo, this place is fucking racist. And I was like, yeah, so we want to do some super black shit here and make people uncomfortable. So we had just like a rapper party, like rapper Christmas party that he planned. And like, he got two dope strippers to come up from LA. And like, he planned this whole video out, and it came out amazing just to see it. Everything he said in his head is in that video, and it looks exactly like he sounded like he wanted it to look. And he's done that multiple times, you know what I'm saying? I don't see too many artists that do that. And
it's all when he hit you up with that idea and you were like I don't know, like, was he like, yo, here's the funding, go? No, well, that is why I say I don't know, because it's like, it sounds expensive, and it sounds like that's how are we gonna pull this off? You know what I'm saying? How are we gonna do this? And that's the only reason I would tell an artist maybe pull back. Like, other than that, I'm all for your vision. I just want you to be able to accomplish your vision. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so it just, the more layers you add, the more expensive it gets. And plus, when you say strippers, you automatic, and you want a pole, where do we go? You know what I'm saying? This is SLO County. Where do we go? Yeah. And it's COVID. So I had to source a place where we can find poles. I had to find a pole dancing place that I didn't even know existed. And like, just things like that. And we made it happen. You know what I'm saying? And like, and it was his vision, but we made it happen. And just seeing that shit happen come to life from inception was really dope. And like I said, he's done that multiple times. How did that even go down? Like, do you stop what you're doing like currently and you're just like, okay, like here's your new project you're gonna be working on for the next few weeks? Or is it like, okay, let me get back to you in 30 days, let me do some research, figure out? No? Nah, I work on everything simultaneously. Like, so like, while I was doing that for him, I was working on Central Coast G. Like, yeah, I was working on Central Coast G's album. I think Shorty Doo-Wop was putting out an album at the same time too. So everything is up in the air at the same time. Like, we had just signed our DJ just transitioned into being a singer. So I just finished his album, executive producing his album, and like, I'm always working on multiple projects at the same time. Always. It's never like stop, focus on this. That might make shit better, but yeah, I'm always working on a lot of shit at once, because that's what we need right now. What's your schedule like? It's usually wake up, mix records for other people. Yeah, for my artists. So wake up, mix records. Go to the studio at night, or do a photo shoot if they need photos or whatever.
Gotta carve out a little time for my lady, and then and then it's just back to mixes. And then if it's not mixes, it's video edits. And if it's not video edits, it's maintaining the website. If it's not that, it's maintaining the socials. If it's not that, it's being live on CTC radio. If it's not that, it's pushing merch. If it's not that, it's trying to network and make more shit happen. It's always something.
If not a few of those going on at the same time.
Exactly.
Damn, bro. Fuck. You're like talking to people on one screen, and then on the other screen, you're like just editing the video casually.
All the time. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Dude, that sounds like a fun day, though, bro.
It is. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse. Like, I'm doing what I love to do. I wake up, I get high, I listen to the music I want to listen to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get to see my artists develop and grow, and I think that's really fun. Yeah, no, I have no complaints.
Damn, bro. You're literally watching people develop in front of you.
Yeah, for sure. It's cool.
Damn, bro. That's like... That sounds like a chill fucking... If it's what I'm envisioning right now, like, and there's like some sun like coming through like one of the windows at your house, this sounds like the way to do it.
It's super dope. And I think the dopest thing is just that fucking I think the dopest thing is that I've hit the jackpot a couple times, and all of those times I didn't realize I had hit the jackpot. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't look at the signs to see that I was about to. So I never prepared for the time. I never prepared for when the success came. You know what I'm saying? I was just chasing the success, but when I got it, it's like, what do I do with this? You know, so it's like getting an interception and then not knowing which direction to run with the ball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, so this time I said, I'm going to have a plan. You know, which is, that doesn't sound revolutionary or anything, but I always did just make success the goal, and I had no plan. I had no plan to... Because when you try to attain power, you have to wield that power. You know what I'm saying? You have to do something with it. And, like, I got power and then just was like, cool, I have it. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, did nothing with it. So now I'm trying to accumulate. And by power, I just mean eyeballs and attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now I not only see the signs of success, I'm able to appreciate them in those moments. You know what I'm saying? Like 5 years ago, if I started a label and a radio station gave me a Connect the Coast week, I honestly might have been the type to just be like, why don't you give me 2 Connect the Coast weeks? And I wouldn't be thankful for that 1 week. You know what I'm saying? Whereas now I can just be like, wow, like I started this from nothing, and now an actual radio station is playing music that my artist released. Like that shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like that's still to this day when I think about it, I'm so thankful for that. And like, but I had to mature and be able to do that.
Damn, bro.
But that's made this Connect the Coast journey, like, out of all the successes I've had, this has been the funnest, because I'm able to see the signs of like, oh, we hit that milestone, so I know it's about to go. It's about to go. But I can sit in those moments and just be really thankful for those moments and like enjoy a space where I can control and create how I want to create, because that's another thing. Like, you get to a certain level, and when investors start coming in and other people start spending their money on you, they have a say in how you move. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of artists don't enjoy this period right now in your career, for instance, where you can literally bring on any guest you want. You can say what you want. You can do what you want. But if Coca-Cola throws you $2 million and you take it, and they say, yo, we don't want you to talk about this, you kind of don't got to talk. That's kind of off the table. You know what I'm saying? As much as you want to say it's not, in those moments it is, you know what I'm saying? And like I've dealt with that shit, and it's more pressure than a lot of people realize. So it's moments like these where you can do absolutely anything you want and just enjoy being creative and not worrying about hitting certain numbers and meeting certain goals and deadlines. It's just that shit, and still be successful. There's like a short window of that, because once you cross over into corporatism, which is just where everything goes, it sucks, but that's where successful things go. And so you can keep your soul in doing that, but you do have to listen to people that are cutting the checks. You just have to. And it gets to a point where it wears on you. You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate this level right now.
I was going to say, don't ever do the other level. Like, you just have to make it yourself and do it yourself, because the other level, bro, it's... I couldn't imagine anybody else's idea, like, besides yourself. Like, at the end of the day, like, when you have a vision, dude, you really fucking know what to do with that vision. You just know. And like, I couldn't imagine someone like putting like a road spike and saying like, yo, like you actually have to go to the left a little and then like make a right and then start going again.
But that's the difference, is when they cut the checks, they have all the leverage to do that. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm building now, like everything else I built before, I didn't hold any equity in that. Like I was the creative kind of engine behind it. And I was like I produced things. I was the productive engine behind it, but I didn't own it. You know what I'm saying? So once that thing went away, the fans that we built went with that thing. They didn't come with me. You know what I'm saying? They went with the money. And so Connect the Coast was something that I was like, I'm about to build this up to where no one can take it from me because it's mine. You know what I'm saying? And like that leverage in itself gives me more power to tell people who cut me checks, I don't need your check. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want me to do it my way, then I don't need to work with you. Whereas before, I couldn't, when I was working with Balthazar, I couldn't do that. He ran the show. When I was working with Breathtaker, I couldn't do that. The backers ran the show. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different.
Were they listening to your ideas?
For sure. They'd execute my ideas, but their way.
Okay.
And that is the most frustrating thing in the world.
Because it's like, you knew your way was better.
Exactly.
Can you give me an example? Like music videos or like like the theme at a concert?
Songs, music videos, you name it. Like, let's work with this producer, let's get this feature, and let's do it this way. But they'll be like, oh, we'll get the feature, but we're going to do it this way or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Engineers, you name it. Yeah, it happens all the time. That, I think those moments are the ones that drive me the most, to have something that I own, that I call the shots on, because it's like I feel like I sold off so much of my swag and it worked, that I know I am the key to all of these products. Like all of the people I've partnered with, their most successful times is when they were partnered with me.
Are you serious?
Facts. Like, as soon as they're not partnered with me, you don't really hear about them anymore in music. That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they still release music.
Yeah.
But no one cares. You feel? Yeah. And I know what the fuck. I trust my ear. I trust it implicitly. I do. So like, that's why. I mean, when Central Coast Gia came up to me and said she wanted to rap, like, boom, she wants to rap, we get together, and now Central Coast Gia is moving. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. Like, King Trip from Santa Maria, he's been releasing music forever, and he has fans, and he's dope, and it's not questionable. But he told me himself that this album that he released on Connect the Coast that I helped him with is the album that's getting the best reaction. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't know where this comes from, but I feel like I can just hear how you should sound.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm good at.
Do you sit down and like either your artists that you're working with kind of like under you, or like that you're like helping guide, or just like even like working together, like some of like people that you fuck, I'm so high, dude. I forgot what I was going to ask.
It's all good. I'm glad.
I literally just forgot what I was going to ask.
The weed did the job. I like that.
Dude, I was like going for a second too, and I had the question.
Yeah, it sounded like you was about to bring it home.
It was a legit question too. That's like why I'm pissed off right now. Fuck. Okay. Boom, it just popped in. Do you ever sit down with someone and you're like, yo, like, let's make it happen like this? Like people that not like record deals and shit that you've had in the past where they like fucked off your idea, but people that are coming to you to make music with you and shit. Are you ever like, you know, like, hold up, what if we did it this way instead?
Yeah, that's my entire job. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, for sure. Fuck. It's like, as a producer, it's my job to, anything I hear and any input I can give that can elevate the idea is what I'm going to do. So, and a lot of times people come to me for the idea entirely. You feel what I'm saying? So, it's very frustrating if, like, let's say I was coming to you and it was like, Laser, I want you to style me. You know what I'm saying? I want you to pick out my clothes. And then you're like, okay. You pick out all my outfit. And then I was like, yeah, but I don't like this and I don't like this and I don't like this and I don't like this. And I just start dressing like I usually dress. And then you'd be like, what the fuck did you call me for then? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and that shit happens a lot. And it's very frustrating because it's like, don't ask for my meal, and then when I give you the recipe, you start changing the ingredients and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit frustrates me. But if you're a client, it is what it is. But if I'm giving you my time for free, then I don't play that. But if you're a client, I do what the client wants. But it's frustrating sometimes.
People are paying you?
For sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm not a charity.
Okay. So you're like meeting up with them and like...
not in COVID. In COVID it's been, you know, I just record the demo and then...
What do you mean record the demo?
So if it's a ghostwriter situation, I'll write the song, I'll record it, and then they memorize it, and then they say it back. You know?
Just with their voice?
Yeah, exactly.
And do they send that back to you?
No, they learn it, and then we'll get together in the studio, and I'll record them. And yeah.
Oh, they'll come to you to record in the studio?
Yeah.
Do you have a studio at your house?
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Mm-hmm. And then I have a mobile studio, too. I like to go to people's houses because they're more comfortable in their environment.
Yeah.
They do better.
Dude, that's probably the way to do it, a mobile studio. What is the mobile studio? Did you bring the mobile studio with you?
I didn't. No.
Damn, okay.
I got a Mac Mini, and then a Neumann mic, and Apollo Duo interface with a bunch of dope ass plugins, and then I just the mobile studio is just for tracking. I don't mix on the go.
Okay.
So I just track on the go. But the mic's really dope. The interface is really dope, and then I just gotta plug into whoever's house. I just plug into the TV.
Have you gone to all sorts of houses?
I go to all my artists. All my artists I record at their house, or I get hotel rooms and they come. Like I'll get a decent hotel room and we'll just get food and I'll get them super high. We get relaxed and we just chill. You know what I'm saying? And like we just create. I just like to have people relaxed and new environments stimulate new kind of synapses. I think in the mind and the creativity is usually better.
Damn, bro. Yeah, I know. Word on that. The hotel seems like the way to go.
Yeah, it's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe. We love doing
that. Is it pretty like fucking like low key like chillers that come on, or has there ever been like a fuck like I should have picked a better client?
No, cause I don't work with clients I don't like.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can just tell right away.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like on their Instagram and shit?
No, I just when we definitely meet.
Oh, before even meeting up.
Yeah, before we even meet up, I'll know who you are. Like I'll hear because, like, if my agent says I want you to work with so and so, here's their Instagram or whatever, and like I'll listen to their music and be like, that's not for me or whatever, you know. So yeah, I only work with people I like. It's too much stress to work with people you don't like.
Yeah. Have you met any like legit best friends through what you're doing right now? People you're like, oh dude, like keep doing your music thing, but like we're gonna be like talking frequently on like a, you know. weekly, monthly basis?
Most of the people, well, all my best friends I've known my whole life, so they're all from here, and they all are in the entertainment industry except for one. So I guess, yeah, to answer the question. But I met them before we knew what we were gonna do. We all went to school here together.
Yeah.
And then we all just happened to move to LA together, and each one did their own respective thing in different industries.
Everyone's entertainment though? Some sort of entertainment?
Yeah, one's a comedian, one's an actual like painter artist, one's an actor, and then the one that's not in entertainment is head of administration at Cal Poly out here.
Damn, bro.
Yeah.
What type of can comedians make you laugh?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely, especially if I'm high.
Okay. Dude, there's like a ton of times where like people watch like some funny shit and I just like can't laugh.
Really?
I like don't think it's funny.
Interesting. I mean, there's tons of things that are like universally known as funny that I don't think are funny, so I can definitely relate to that.
Okay.
For sure. Do you want another one or are you Gucci?
Dude, I think I'm Gucci, bro. Dude, okay. Do you would you trust me to send you something that I think you might enjoy? Like a video. Like, would you watch a video?
Like a music video or like a funny YouTube video?
Like shit that like we've made.
Like podcast shit?
Not even podcast shit. Just
like, you said you make music videos.
Like that too, yeah. I do want to send you a music video. It's not done yet. It's not even close to being done. But that'd be something that I'd be like, yo, like, fucking, like, check this out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you trust me on that sense to waste 4 minutes of your time, but I meant like in terms of like a comedic, like we do like some skits and shit. And like, I would want to. There's a funny one that like I'd want you to like actually like watch, and it'd be like 5 minutes long.
If you guys are doing the skits, then yes,
okay,
yeah. But like, don't send me no random skits, random people. But yeah, I'll watch if you're doing them. Yeah.
What if I'm not in it, but I do?
But you're affiliated.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, 100%. And I'll share it if I like it.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah, definitely. Okay. I just am not into like random videos, you know what I'm saying? There's
not a lot of like meaning as to like why you're watching
exactly. But yeah, no, if like I said, any local content creators, but especially ones that I have a rapport with, like, yeah, that's what I'm here for sure.
Dude, you want to probably start like wrapping things up?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is the longest interview I've ever done in my life.
Dude, we've been going for, dude, holy fuck, bro. We're at 2 hours and 37.
Yeah. But it's good though. It's dope. Yeah. It's fucking dope.
Dude, let's one more question.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, you said some shit about Justin Bieber earlier and how you had this idea and like you didn't like sell it or capitalize on it, and then like somehow it got like abducted through thin air.
Well, I don't think it got abducted. I just think it was one of those things. You know how like great ideas just kind of happen at the same time?
Yeah.
I think that AR was a space that like I just knew once I saw AR be real, and because I've always followed augmented reality, and once they got into markerless augmented reality, because it used to be for the little dog faces you see and stuff to pop up on Snapchat, it used to be for that technology to work, you had to point it at a QR code. So like it couldn't just be your face. It had to be specifically a QR code. And so that limited the technology. But then Qualcomm came up with the technology to make anything a marker and to trace anything. And so then it became your logo could be the marker, your face, your nose could be the marker or whatever, and that could activate the augmented reality. And so one of the guys I was working with understood that technology, and he programmed that app for me, because my whole thing and my whole pitch, my exact pitch, and I have it on one of my tablets or some shit, I wrote it on notes, but my exact pitch was, because I think Transformers 4 was just out at the time, and I had done some music for that movie, and I was like, imagine if Transformers did a partnership with my app and my clothing, because it was for a clothing brand, and if you point the phone at the app, then a Transformer face comes over your face, you know what I'm saying? And like, then sure enough, fucking, I think Batman was the first movie to do it, but it was like a year and a half later when Snapchat came out at that time. That was one of the first masks. And I was like, and my whole pitch was imagine partnerships with movies and comic books and all that shit. And they did it. But like, well, we built the app, we had a working model, and it just, and Bieber's manager was interested in it. But besides my Connect's lack of pushing it, we were just inexperienced, bro. We didn't know nothing about selling an app. There's more to selling it. Just like there's more to rap than being good at rap, there's more to selling an app than building the app. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need the whole infrastructure. You can't get an investment if you don't have a CFO and the whole structure. You need that whole shit. And we just had the app. You know what I'm saying? So,
dude, yeah, that sound like two ideas were happening at once, and like you had something kind of like fire in your hands, and then you just saw it like blow up.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't like you. That,
exactly.
Like,
and I wasn't the connect to Bieber's manager, so you know I can only do so much. But that taught me to be prepared for opportunity. I wasn't prepared for opportunity in that moment. I was kind of prepared. I wasn't fully prepared. That won't happen again. And it hasn't happened since, honestly.
dude, I feel like I like was really able to like fucking just like chill tonight and just like learn a bunch of shit and like socialize on like a fucking like chill level, it seemed like, and just like fucking just like learn some new stories and shit. Anything you want to say? Like anything you want to say about fucking like the future or your plans, or like even how your day went before we wrap things up?
How do you feel like you understand what Connect the Coast is better?
Dude, bro, yeah. I feel fucking very connected right now.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I appreciate you inviting me here. I would say please check out connectthecoast.co. Every week, vote for your favorite hip-hop and R&B music video, and we count those videos down every Friday night on Instagram Live at 9 p.m. And then check out my website, LordeSanctus.com, if the things I was saying about NFT sparked your interest at all. I think I'm honestly going to start too a podcast of my own, just showcasing my favorite NFT artists on Instagram Live, just art pieces that I think are dope that people can bid on, and artists I want to collaborate with and shit like that. So look out for that in the near future.
Dude, you guys heard it from fucking Lorde Sanctum himself. Mm-hmm. Sanctus, hey, my bad. Not Sanctum, bro. You spell it Lorde?
Yes.
Okay, and then Sanctus, Sanctus.
Yep.
Dude, fucking go. Bro, I appreciate you mobbing out here, dude.
My pleasure, Laser. Thank you.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Good shit, man. How'd it go?
This is fire, bro.